facing off against, is that Chanklatomica? That's a great
name.
Chanklatomica?
That's the GOAT.
Chanklatomica? That is a fantastic name coming through. It's going to be the Sin here. And already finding the very aggressive line to take control here. Forces the burst out.
Really scary situation if you're Fauxnix here, because like just Sin, any blocked poke could be a guard crush 50-50, and look at the reward off that hit there.
Oh, and the clash on the 6P, and of course Sin is never gonna not press on a clash. This guy's always got something cut. Listen, this is the pro tag of the anime gamer. We're pressing every time.
Nice DP and a dash up, spending some of that stamina gauge. We have Wild Assault available, and as I say, we use it. Oh, the jump out attempt there.
Yep. Scoot goes at this a little bit. Recall the yo-yo actually works out, and we do find Rock the Baby.
Nice. Ending it off with the Roger Super, granting us that hard knockdown. Everybody's favorite position. What's the mix? High or low? We guessed correctly, but the yo-yo was just close enough, or maybe that was a spacing trap. Nonetheless, it works out. Now we're even in rounds.
That ends up working out perfectly, and we get the bear dive there for that little cross up. Blocks the DP and gets the punish as well. It doesn't let the full thing rock. Very strong play so far from Faux here.
Scary spot, YRC. Trying to push Chanklat to the corner, and we successfully do so, but just like that, we catch the land recovery off the JD. Now you're in the other corner, damn near.
Oh, and after the clash, ends up getting the just block for the punish here. That back throw might be the deciding factor. Max resources for Sin as we go for the crazy rush down in the corner.
Oh, that was a good bit of risk built on us here. Clean hit, just barely not killing. We have first on deck though, so maybe there's some room for a comeback. Never.
Oh my God. Not in a moment like that though. The DP is going to seal the fate. I love that. Don't die blocking, die fighting. That's how you gotta handle these moments.
There was no universe where that wasn't gonna work. Like you said, that's the protagonist. Like that's plot armor.
Plus, I mean, if your opponent is on that much of a pixel, like, they can't just be correct in blocking. They have to be so correct in that they have to, like, fully commit in FD, because you might just chip them on the DP. So, it is an extra scary 50-50 for your opponent, even on their own offense in a moment like that.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ending our Wild Assault immediately. Yeah, we're just going for the corner carry here. No yo-yo set. Never mind. Let me shut my mouth. Oh, the side switch.
Oh my God, but the homing attack attempt is going to easily get DP'd. Sin continuing to dominate that mid-screen space, that normal jump height. It's so hard to occupy against this guy. The dash in is incredible, gets the beat driver as well as the cancel. Everything coming up for the boy Wonder here, but we're still alive for Foe.
Yeah, catching the backdash attempt there is going to easily lead to a round win. Just like that, Chankla up around, right?
Yeah, definitely taking advantage in all the right places, spending the calories as aggressively as you need to. If you get any special move on block in the early stages of the round, a Sin, it should take you to the corner basically every time, as long as we're near that mid-screen. Be aggressive, man.
Unfortunately, the Bridget mix was too much, and now, like you said, oh, wait, this might actually just take to the corner. Nah, we're not. Yeah, no, we ended up going for, I'm not sure what that setup was for, but honestly, I don't see it too often, so it was a treat to see nonetheless. We have meter for a mix-up, right? So even if Chanklatomica can't enforce a true 50-50 using some stamina, we have meter to back ourselves in case one fails.
Oi, okay, burst timing works out there as well. And Roger for to try and stop the anti-air. Interesting. Yep.
Another RTO. This one might just break the wall. Yeah, of course it is. It takes you from corner to corner. And speaking of two, Chanklatomica up 2-0 right now, but it's not over for Foe.
I mean, yeah, that is the that's like father like son on that one for sure. RTL, while it's not that high damage of a super, it will take you to the wall basically every single time, so guaranteeing that shatter damage, as well as, I mean, Sin with positive bonus in a moment like that, I don't know that Bridget's going to be able to weather the storm regardless.
Yeah, especially if you yourself don't have any resources to fight back. No burst, no tension, no nothing. Like right now, this is such a scary place to be if you're Bridget.
Oh, found the mark. We didn't cancel, actually. I think they had already submitted to their fate. They were like, yeah, I'm dead. They're going to punch this.
Yeah, let's just save the stamina.
Boy, following through well, though. Good combo routing against the wall. Not too much damage still. Chocolate in this. Really in this.
YRC doesn't want to hold what comes after the close slash and the Roger dive, or the Octa baby.
DP ends up working out. Just builds the meter, but off the clash, Bridget gets the better. We scoot on through.
Okay. That was nice. I like that, right? Pressing, and that's one of the good things about Bridget having target combos or just button follow-ups. In a clash situation like that, it's just going to work out in her favor.
Yeah, especially at like long-range clashes like that too. This is a character that Sin is like pretty well equipped for those moments, but Bridget is like the ideal character for those long-range clashes, right? Oh, even here though, empty low is able to find the mark, breaks it through, but because it's not a break with an overdrive, we still get one more chance here.
Oh, we still have positive bonus, so we might see another 50 tension. We're not gonna cancel it, but I think, well, whether it was chip or the overhead, just we got hit by it. That was a really scary situation to be in. Chankla got a few chances to live, unfortunately didn't make the most of it, but look at this, we're making a comeback here.
Yeah, definitely a scary situation to be in with the multi-overhead. Again, with a pixel of life like that. When Bridget lands, she can kind of just go buck wild there. I mean, Sin is a character that's capable of making the comeback if we're able to get back on our feet, but it's not likely for you to, especially if you have to invest a bunch of meter into FDing to not get chipped, or having to invest meter into something like a YRC. I mean, just not having that for offense is kind of, again, kind of a death sentence.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Low with the 2S, while the salt to keep it aggressive. I like the host stomp as well. Good structure of offense, but Foe just completely ignores it and scoots on out of the corner.
I think Foe might have liked being in the corner a little more. We're just moving in and out. We're not staying at one spot. This is a movement gamer. I love this. Keeping it meaty with 2S. Rock the baby. You know what that means. OTG. Yo-yo set. Gonna have to hold something here.
Yeah, from bad to worse. Finally, we're going to get to see a little bit. The Bear Platinum breaks through the wall. A pixel of life. Chankla, big guess coming up. And unfortunately goes a bit astray. Oh,
No
might be able
hero-
to tie this up.
Yeah. At this rate, we might see it. Whoa, that is a combo? I am shocked.
That was tight routing. I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
Okay, love the delay on the scoot. Good blocks, though. Counter pokes in the perfect position here. And again, is able to find the route. The 2K into the 6H to make it work into the RTL. It's sick.
No stamina, but we have positive bonus. It's not gonna matter if we get... Whoa. Okay. You know, yeah, I respect the attempt to maybe cash out a button there, but...
Oh no, and the Commando continues to find the mark. Crazy work coming out here. We still have burst, we have to spend it eventually.
Let's see, just in case it didn't work out. Wait, is this going to be enough damage? It is! Oh, that wall break, adding that extra guaranteed bit of damage is what Chankla needed to tie it up. Now we are on set point.
Yeah, and Foe just tried too hard to bait the burst there. But this time we're able to get the punish on the DP, the counter hit into the dash forward. And he does a good amount of damage here, and we're able to apply pressure once again. Commandos jumped!
No punish, but we managed to fight our way out, forcing Foe to use their burst. Wait. Yeah, attack of the killing machine to enforce plus frames here. Now we're just playing some neutral. Anything is scary here if you're Foe.
Oh, especially we have one more Wild Assault behind that, as well as the calories here for Chankla. I cannot believe we just send the homing attack!
Oh my god! What? We dropped it early just to catch the recovery there on landing, and we're just gonna build enough meter for the RC and break the wall! Foe bringing it back 2-2. So many things happened there. So fast. I don't even know how Bridget just like canceled the roll there to stop right behind where Chankla was going to land. Just, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, definitely a lot to unpack, but in the end, it does bring us straight to our game 5 here. Foe's done an amazing job of staying relevant on this one. It's been extremely tough with how I feel like Chankla is like letting off the gas a little too much in some of these situations. I feel like when we are finding clashes or we are having opportunities to be a little more aggressive, spending wild assault, spending our calories, we're not finding as many of those opportunities to brute force for Chankla. And I think if we are going to play it a little more straight and narrow, if you play Kai, I actually do like this switch a lot.
Duel 1.
Yeah, this could have probably worked out in Chankla's favor, right? We have Stun Edge, which is something on block, forces the yo-yo to return to Bridget, so maybe we might play around that.
Ooh, flip kick connects, forces the burst. That would have been a nightmare.
The most meaty flip kick I think I've ever seen in this game.
Aye, but the people's elbow works out well. DP, Jesus, we're channeling Dany right now.
This is going to be a huge combo. Shock state. Oh no!
Yeah.
Dash stun dipper. You can't beat it. It's unbeatable.
Yeah, you gotta know in a moment like that, especially with 50 meter, Kai's gonna do it every single time, as they should.
I love that right there. Like, DI the rolling movement to go over the charge stunnage, and look at the reward we got off of that. It was massive.
Fireball, thunder for attempt, a little too far. That was gonna work out, so I do like that burst. Ooh, and I actually like the second heavy fireball there. Ends up using the YRC though to get some room.
This is a pretty rough spot. Wow, wait a minute, what? That killed?
Last hit did way more than I thought it was going to. Oh my god. I was already thinking about what was going to happen post wall break.
That's what I was about to say. I'm already preparing what I'm going to say after the wall break, but never mind. Gonna spend our wild assault and Kara cancel into the right to lightning for that little bit of extra meter, and the hard knockdown is our reward. Bo's gonna have to really fight their way out of this one.
Yeah, plenty of meter though. Wild Assault not going to be too consequential. Actually does get into the stand-up, and maybe he was looking for the 6P, but instead it's going to be a backdash after the scooter. I don't think that's quite enough, but this is a lot of damage. RTL, it's going to be very close. Yeah, not quite.
Oh, we have Wild Assault, we have Deflect Shield, but none of it is gonna matter when we press that dust.
Test Your Luck has been doing crazy work lately again online. It's gonna be facing off against FuzzyFoster. It's gonna be rocking the May. I saw somebody in chat asking for May earlier. Listen, the Pirates are here. We're good for it.
You know, the May fans might not be too happy, Because Fozzy's opponent is TestYourLuck, like you said, one of the better Nagos and one of my favorite players to watch. Just because we don't see too many Nagos these days online.
Yeah, I feel like it's a oh, hold that thought. Jesus, you're dead. You're dead. It's just barely the most pixel of pixels. Okay. Jesus Christ. I was just about to say, I feel like it's surprising to not see more Nagos, considering I think how cool he is in the current version of the game here. But yeah, you're right. There's not nearly as many as we once had.
Nice. Going off the Dolphin right there up on the 6H. It is slightly minus, and May is one of the characters that can RPS her life to maybe try to get some reward off it. But you're RPSing for sure, right? One wrong decision and your life bar is gone. This match took like 30 seconds, folks.
And we always bring this up when we see TestYourLuck, because TestYourLuck has had a very similar style. He's tweaked it with the times, but it has had a very similar approach for like the entirety of Guilty Gear, which is in the beginning, we spend all of our blood, we go extremely aggressive, and we try and grind out as much advantage as we can. And then once we get to level 3 blood, we play it extremely low and slow. But it is like generally super pedal to the metal right when the round starts. You see Fukio backwards, immediately Fukio forwards into Shizu. Now that we're at 3 blood, now we kind of cruise. That's the TYL style, right?
And it's only good, that style only got better with the release of Season 4, right? Because like the hits are more rewarding, and they still leave you in that position that you want to be in, leading to stuff like this, right? Reaching to jump out and just exploding your opponent for it.
Oh, this throw might be the difference maker, though. Ends up getting the trade. We Beyblade out of the corner, though. TYL's back to mid-screen.
That 2S caught the Dolphin. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. And that blood pop is going to, well, was going to be very detrimental to TestYourLuck, but oh my gosh.
Good block on the super close slash. Still not enough. A pixel of life. You have meter.
Oh, that was so stressful for Fozzy right there. Nonetheless, even if we didn't get the punish, TestYourLuck spent too much blood and was going to pop, so it worked out in the end.
Listen, Fozzy fans in the chat rejoice. Still in this. Unfortunately, the close slash is going to take us another step closer, as well as the overdrive. Tough situation, but we have burst, and May is an incredibly explosive character.
Yeah, so is Nago, right? Just like that, you're guessing for your life. The 6H meaty, catching a throw attempt or a mash, something there, but Fozzy didn't get to live to see more of that round.
Yeah, unfortunate too. Dying with that many resources, almost was at the was almost at 50 meters, as well as having the burst intact. It just feels like against Nagoriyuki, sometimes it doesn't feel like you can get a good timing for burst. And a lot of the times, even if you do spend burst, if you spend it in the corner, sending him back to mid-screen for you to have to play full screen neutral against level 3 blood Nagoriyuki is still like, well, I kind of won because I got him off of me, but I kind of lose because now I have to play full screen against East Awesome normals, bro. Like, like what the hell?
Yeah, oh man, I like the way, oh, well, now you're guessing. As I was gonna say, I like the way the Test plays, especially on low blood, because like you said, not only is it just pedal to the metal, but everything, everything Test does forces an interaction out of you, and there are so many guessing points. You're playing against, you're going turn 2 against a fully set board on the other end.
No, absolutely. Listen, I mean, that's remember I was talking about screaming at people with a megaphone? This is definitely a very similar vibe for sure, but a touch too far, and we have no blood to spend here, so we've got to be careful. And unfortunately, Fozzy had to play a little panicked there. We did not have any life to play with.
Oh no, you got clipped, and now you're going to the corner. Super jump, that means a meaty.
That damn block string. Tip of the blade on the Beyblade. This is actually going to be very close, but again, alive.
Oh, spending the flex shield right there was super scary, but we're spending everything. We're spending blood, we're spending health, we're spending 10.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a tough matchup for sure. Two of the prime suspects in terms of characters these days. And coming out strong, finds the 2S right away though. Kensei looking very strong off the rip.
Okay, you know what? We just jumped so far and back into the corner. I like that. MegaRura is just showing off the movement tech. Kensei is showing off that we can break the wall off of any hit with Kai here.
Oh, 5K to 2S. Look for the dash up again. And I love if you're going to dash up on Johnny, the 6P is a great call there. But unfortunately, after that incident with the card, puts you in a terrible spot here. But after a little bit of a stagger, we do get aggressive again.
Scary position here if you're Kensei. MegaRura does have 50 meter, good block there, but unfortunately we got thrown. Now you're guessing for your life once more.
Oh, backdash, and I love that in a situation that close to the wall, going for OTG dash meaty 5K I think is super smart. Repping the low in a great spot and being able to kind of naturally go into some frame traps off of that button. That's a really good call.
Oh my god, Kensei is a beast for blocking all of this, and there it is again, the close slash. Close slash jazz cancel OTG for the meaty, and look at the reward, a wall break!
Hey, big shouts to Bowie, by the way, 10 more months, baby, we're getting there. Appreciate you for the prime, homie. Close slash on the pickup, though, should be more than enough. Oh no, if we gone for the other super, maybe, but it is going to be shock state still.
Yeah,
yeah.
sends the stun dipper, have positive bonus, so no fear of not being able to continue any form of pressure afterwards. But that's just that's the recognition of the meter right there, baby.
Hey, listen, mid-range fireball, no meter behind it, just sends the stun dipper. Hell yeah. That's that Kai player. That's that Kai player stuff, baby. I feel that. No meter, not my problem, bro. What are you gonna do about it?
You better not get hit.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
That's up 2P, not quite gonna work out. I love the aggressive wild assault into the Nsenga as well, but 6P, the remedy.
Nice 5K catching Kensei out of the air. Look at this damage and look at this corner carry. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Johnny. He's pretty good for both those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the jump in, but we weren't ready. We didn't commit. If you're going to send normal jump forward, S, you got to send it.
Oh. Huge hit, forcing a burst off of MegaRura. Oh, wait a minute. That was so fast right there, the ball into the RC.
Double misfinder to try and find the knockdown here. Plus frames again. We've tried a movement option of some kind against those plus frames every time. And Kensei can consistently beating it, but the PRC after the super to find the throw.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
That was so unfortunate. That's only something that can happen with the 100 meter. That happens.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. That's one of the moments. 6K, a little too far. Big punish though, coming through strong. God damn, look at the damage.
This huge power of the shock state, baby. The wild assault catching the backdash is gonna lead to even more damage and even more wall breaks, more wall breaks.
Boy, the jump scare, the respect mix, taps the dust, shows you the orange light, and then swings for the feet. I love it.
Oh, man, I love the way the MegaRura is. I love the usage of the misfinder cancel here. It's worked every time, and we can tell that Kensei is locked in trying to react, but a little too fast, or it's a little too fast, and Kensei gets countered hit.
No, definitely agreed. Jumper timing is definitely good there. Way to use the FD to make the misfinder whiff, but unfortunately it was a little late. The DP a little early this time. Oh, wait, this is the fear. The fear bubble. Just holding the FD even though he's not even close to you.
Oh, the failed misfighter might spell the end for MegaRura unless we spend some resources here. Now we're just fighting in neutral. Johnny's domain expansion, the air throw was just right. MegaRura tying it up 1-1.
I was gonna say, encroached on that airspace a little too close there. That's a super solid throw in the moment. It's gonna, like you said, bring us to an even match now. It's been extremely back and forth. We are gonna keep the characters locked in here. Kensei is gonna keep it strong with the Kai, and MegaRura still gonna stay on this Johnny.
Sure what happened, but you know, seeing MegaRura on a character like Johnny, pretty surprising. I think last I saw they were on the Baiken, but hey, new characters for everyone.
Listen, I will never have sour words for someone who moves up the tier list ever. Do what you gotta do. I respect it. Sometimes it'll make me sad if it's a character I love, but picking top tier is a self-care.
Fighting games, it's therapeutic. The power.
I can't say looking so strong off that one though. The wild assault into the jump forward. The damage is huge, and it might just be one more touch here, depending on how it goes.
Oh, that backdash was so good, avoiding the actual misfinder and the card pop, I believe.
Oh, we're gonna try and fight for this round. Spends the burst actually, but gets 6P'd the elbow to the dome.
Okay, yo, that was some really good reactions. Good on Kensei. Just locked in on these, like I mentioned, right? Reacting to everything that he should be.
Oh, definitely agree. And that's one of the key things you got to have when you're playing Johnny for sure. 2H, but was too far for the follow-up there, so instead, trying to cut it through with the eclat. DP.
Backdashes away from the card pop, the stun dipper RC. Oh, reliable. Now we're gonna take it to the corner. That same BD situation as before. MegaRura actually managed to fight his way. Oh wait, the burst into the corner. That's a huge starter. Are we going to keep it? Yeah, we're opting to keep the quarter. Instead, we have tension. Shock State is on us. Maybe this might be enough damage.
Yeah, RTL already against the wall. That is for sure a follow through. But Kensei, what a way to find the golden ticket on that one. Gets a kind of a crazy combo starter there. Is able to convert, reapply the shock state, and get that pressure going. Especially being able to maintain pressure after the deflect shield gets spent. That was a tough one.
That was good. I love the way the routing. Kensei's routing is so clean. The reactions are so clean. It's just this Kensei is so clean. One of my favorite Kai players to just watch. Right? You know, you got Dany, Kensei, everyone else. That's my tier list.
I feel that. Oh, okay. Oh, Blackbeat not looking good. Still ends up working out though. Half the life off the table, but Kensei's out of the corner now with the close slash.
Oh, the run under there from MegaRura in order. I don't know, punish the landing recovery there from Kensei. Some genius play.
Oh, okay. Trying to sniff out these fireballs here. Stun Dipper, also a big attempt. Johnny is just freaking out in the air, trying to decide which side he's gonna go to.
Oh, delaying the flip kick in order to hit it meaty. Using up our shock state, but the neutral right here is scary. Delayed air dash to get a hit in. Unfortunately, it doesn't lead to anything, but MegaRura is in a tough spot here. Oh, no.
The dash under to be able to find the close slash. Just perfection here, Kensei. Down to what could be the final round, and it's 6K round start. I like that even being behind, that is not slowing our gameplay down at all here for Johnny. MegaRura doing a great job of maintaining pressure, and that is 50% life on the interaction.
Oh. Yeah, overhead is so hard to block. Everyone gets hit at least once.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the 1%. It's gonna happen every single time. Hey, legs get checked though, and we're gonna hold on to the burst. I really like this decision. Holding on to the burst here though for Kensei, it's gonna make this next burst extremely predictable. We're gonna spend it the second anything touches us this round. Except for maybe a throw. There we go.
Yep, there it is, just like you said. As soon as something touched Kensei, burst was gone. For both players now, MegaRura spending that burst on Wild Assault, leading to this amazing combo. And you know what follows this? Hard knockdown.
Oh, with the legs, DP's on through. 5K finds the mark. What? What? Okay, hold on. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that has a hitbox on that side that we have to deal with when we run through, and then afterwards we still have to?
You know, I was so shocked at the fact that we woke up in Senga. You know, I know you said earlier in the night that if we're gonna lose, let's lose fighting, but that's not what I expected.
I don't know if I'm more upset about the back hitbox or if it was we woke up with a jumping. There's so much to unpack there. That was a crazy ending to a round. Game 5 though. Dude, I'm upset. 2K2D though. MegaRura's doing a great job again. Chat's been pointing out it definitely feels weird seeing them play not Baiken, but you know we make do.
Oh man, positive bonus here on Kensei's Amber could delay for some tension, or any hit's gonna skyrocket in so we get an RC.
Oh, we have 100 meter. The potential to be a little aggressive, and that's what we're gonna choose to be. Very nice. Getting that hit without having spent any of our bar is massive because now we have an RC going into this and a positive bonus building another.
Oh, the dire 8-clap frame chapping off the 6P there. MegaRura on set point. Or Kensei on set point, I should say.
Okay, little sauce gets the close slash. Damage adding up in a hurry. Shock state one more time.
No.
Oh.
Now, okay.
Give me your soul.
Yeah, why not?
You know what? You're right. I'm down. No bias, but I'll send it. We'll see if May's able to be, take it to the stage on this one. It's going to be a scary one against the Giovanna, but, we can make it work.
Yeah, and if Nago was a scary one for being long range, Gio is a scary one for the opposite reason. You want some personal space? You're not getting it with this one.
Oh, but maybe a little bit of personal space given from both players here, but the 2K2D into the up dolphin is going to be the party starter as we find that overhead kiss right away in the corner.
Yamada-san doing so much damage. What was that?
I had to brace myself. I knew it was coming. I knew the damage was going to be high, but oh my god, a messy situation. But off the flip kick, we actually do get the burst out here. So for Crescendo, even if something goes astray and we lose this round, which it looked goes the wrong way. Oh, okay.
Beats me. You know what? Okay. It ended up working out. We had meter to spend in case something like that happened.
I did not know you could get 6H, excuse me, in the wrong, or 5H in the wrong direction there. That was a crazy one.
Nice jump out, and yeah, we're opting. Okay, I like that. Going for the Dolphins just to swap sides, and now look at the position that totsubunger and Crescendo in.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Giovanna special. 2D finding the mark, 50% of your life, mad casual, has all the meter built up as well, and that's going to be a throw after the PRC. That was a really awkward timing for the wall stick, though, so we couldn't actually get the break with the overdrive, so no hard knockdown. But for Crescendo, not looking like it's a problem.
We had tension, we had burst. So I chose not to spend the burst there. I respect that. I like that choice, actually.
Think, Nen, you speak brave words there, but I respect that. I actually don't think May's had a bad beat. I think you're right. That's brave words, though.
Typical strike, stagger, pressure, and just like, oh! Okay, a lot of things are happening here. 100 tension on totsubungers, and we get the throw. Uh-oh, are we gonna? Burst use on Crescendo's end. Oh, the four frame. We have so much things happening. Everything's happening way too fast. 16, nice reaction to the dog. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Spiral arrow. Roman cancel to follow it up to 6H. Just
Everything.
that was
Everything coming up May's way. That was crazy. I like that we had a couple opportunities. You know, we're sending the May Dipper, trying to go for that 3K as often as we can. As long as we have meter too, but able to find it. I cannot believe that dust reached far enough. That was nuts.
Yeah, I think it's like May, Axel. They have like the farthest reaching ones in the game. And I think base is a little disjointed. I might be wrong, but it's a crazy button.
Duel 1.
Gonna put us again. One in the way here. May. I mean, I feel like the copy process must have had the power up that we were looking for here, because so far it's definitely looking good. But the burst is gonna put Crescendo a little bit on the back foot here.
Very scary trade over here on Crescendo's end, but we fight back. And, routing. Okay, I like that. Going for the wall break. Unfortunately, no overdrive to follow suit.
Imagine BRCing forward, you just see the nose of the dolphin coming closer and closer. Oh god.
That. Okay. You know what? I call that the good player check, right? If you get hit by that, you got reactions, you're reacting to the opening. Then you know what? You should be proud of getting hit by that.
That's fair. Listen, I'll do whatever it takes to talk myself up, so I'm down. With getting hit, I'm good for it. Flip kick finds the mark though, mashes the 5P on wake up into the close slash, but was a little hesitant, couldn't get much off of it.
You know, we're just fist in the air. We're not gonna stop pressing that 5P, and it's gonna give Totu an extra round to play around with.
Oh, nice routing too. It is pretty scaled because of the wild assault here, but the positive bonus is the most important thing here.
Oh! The Dolphin got caught with a 2K. That's so unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah, that does not delete the whale. The whale still connects. We get the follow-up as well. This is really bad. Crescendo still has burst though. What a nightmare. You spend the YRC to make room, but that doesn't delete the second hit of the killer whale.
Oh man, YRC, there's such... It's a choice that happens to everyone. It's a learning experience, if you want me to be honest with you. And Crescendo is not making that mistake again here in this set.
Yeah, that's a that's a rough situation to come up, but that's okay. And it's 2 games in a row right now. May is making a case right now. Crescendo's got a lot of work to do to fight back into this one.
Nice up, 2 up dolphins. We're not gonna spend the tension here. We're gonna save it for maybe a May Dipper, like you said. Nah, I'm hoping.
Max beat it though, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a close slash. We should be good for it here, especially with the side swap. Absolutely, we died for it.
That routing was not only good, but it gave Totu enough time to maybe go for an attempt at burst baiting.
Damn, the throws just continue to find the mark. Had that little step forward for the 5P after the throw as well.
No luck on trying to bait the throw attempt there. Totsubunger discipline on defense. Only mashing when needed.
I went for a crazy run up there, though, and unfortunately is going to get clocked by the 2D. Uh-oh.
Nice IPFD, but oh, you cannot react to that dash if you're not locked in enough. That throw, it was very scary, but it ended up working out in Crescendo's favor, tying it up here.
Oh, and I love the full send there. The 2K actually ends up finding the mark afterwards there. But I love the movement. The decisive decision-making in the moment is great. And we get the jump backwards here, as well as that little extra piece of movement to get out of the corner. May in full control now. Totsu might be able to do this off this interaction.
Oh, we're trying so hard to bait the YRC, but not the tip of another button. Oh, we convert off it, but unfortunately Totsu was not able to get a super off in time.
Oh, that's good. Double jump is even better. Okay, we're still alive, but this is really bad.
Yeah, Totsu has 50 tension, can do a wake up super PRC like we've done before, but that, you know what, Crescendo, you were so brave for meeting there. I'm not even mad at you for it, though. It ended up working out for you.
Yeah, there was a lot that could have gone wrong in the moment there, but Crescendo says, listen, I did the math. Don't overreact. It's fine. I can handle it. It's okay. That's scary, though, bro. Scary.
Nope, not me. You're never gonna see me meeting a 100-meter May. That's left right off the Orca. I don't want to deal with that.
Nah, that ain't for me. So I'm gonna go somewhere else. Oh, back at the same side there. Ends up finding the 2D back throw. Full control here for Totsu, but a backdash ends up winning the day. And we get the flip kick for the side swap as well.
Spinning the meter forward to bait the burst and actually opting to keep the corner instead of wall break for that extra bit of damage. Super worth it. Crescendo was locked in for this 3-4.
Hey, 3K though. Damage adds up well. Next hit actually could decide it here. Tries to go for something aggressive, but it doesn't work out. But we send the Dolphin into the 5S. A heartbreaker.
Chat's calling it the orc blockable.
True! Dude, you can't do it. It's like 3 layers, man. I mean, she needs it, but it's rough.
Sure, yeah. Crescendo opted for a reset there with the spiral arrow and the throw right here just for some extra nice little bit of damage. Gonna see it again. Of course we are. Yo, we are just abusing these reactions, a lack of reactions, I should say, from Totsu, and just hitting massive damage on the tiniest of pixels. That is like half a pixel backdash. It's a gold burst. We're just doing some positive bonus on Giovanna's end, or Crescendo's end, I'm sorry.
Oi, but there's the throw on the, like you said, the most magic of pixels I think I've ever damn near seen. That's gonna take us down to the, dude, right down to the end. Another game 5. We have been on the grindstone these last couple of games, man.
Dude, game 5 after game 5 after game 5. I just knew after the first one, I should never be surprised to see so many game 5 here in TNS, but I always am. You know, people love to bring their A game here. It's great practice, and it's every week. It's consistent too.
Well, let's see. Will chat? It feels like chat is extremely in favor of they want a Jellyfish Pirate victory right now. But we'll see if Crescendo is going to be able to let that happen, or if we're going to be able to take victory for ourselves. Another game 5 here in a top 48 qualifier, and that is not how you want to start on Crescendo's end. Jesus.
Speaking of not wanting to start, you definitely don't want to start game 5 with your burst getting snatched out of your life that way. Yo, totsubunger, pet. Okay, ease up on the gas a little bit.
Yeah, almost got touched. Almost got 2 touched. That's a got him GG's. Like, come on. That's bar heavy. 2K beats out the reversal dolphin. What a stop.
Oh, backdash to avoid the throws. Very scary, but it ends up working in her favor.
Okay. BRC down into the try jump. Love it. Stagger 2Ks. Also amazing in the moment. Gets the trade. That's actually a fine trade for Totsu. Because now look at this. We get to be a little more aggressive. Still alive off of this, but this is a terrible spot.
Trying to bait a YRC or a burst or maybe something, but totsubunger to stop the offense completely. And Crescendo finds an opportunity just to fight out for even just a second, but Totsu better like go burst. We're just sending everything right now.
I thought for sure we were going to be blocking there. It was 2H instead. No! Flashes the FD and gets hit with the spiral arrow for it. Final game, final round.
Cold burst in this economy? Chat, come on.
You don't want to trade with May. Don't. That can't be your livelihood. That can't be how you spend your life.
Yeah, not a ton of damage there because of the wild assault scaling, but positive bonus is what matters, right? We have 50 tension. We have 100 now. There's a lot of potential for a mix-up here.
Try to send the air throw. You gotta be so careful.
What?
Chat, don't make me say it. I thought it was gonna come through. Instead, we just find the dust and the Orca does come through for the finish. Totsu.
Okay.
That I don't know who has been tearing it up. Who we'll get some more information on, I'm assuming, on the next set. I won't go too far on that. There is a player that I don't know who they are, and they have a list of people they have beaten so far. We'll get there in a second. For now, it's CPU versus Nikolai.
Oh man, Elphelt versus Faust. A matchup of all time, right? Once she gets in, she is in, and you are risking your life. Just like right there, that 60 could have been the end of the round for CPU.
Oy, distance closed though, sets up the afro. Messy situation coming up here for Nikolai, and the double overhead is going to be what finds the mark for CPU.
Makes the most of a single hit and breaks the wall with the super. That's optimization. Nikolai does barely have some help, some burst. We have resources to spend here.
Yeah, I mean, even if the wall break doesn't come through, we're still able to get that left-right mix. It mashes after the YRC. You think you can stop me? Damn, close slash sets up a pine berry as well. Layering the mix up again and again, but this time the 6P finds the mark for CPU, and we get the command throw.
Oh, gets a combo off it because the bomb forcing a burst on Nikolai's head. That was some good stuff.
Yeah, the full bombo was looking kind of crazy.
Oh, okay.
Piecing with the meter too.
Oh, this is a terrible spot to be in if you're CPU, but amazing if you're Nikolai. If you block that 5H from Elphelt, you're in for a world of hurt. You are holding it high, low, a reset, something.
Yeah, but I mean, still living it out here. It's like you said, there's too many scary situations that can get a little out of control if you get thrown into those moments. Good lord.
Yeah, you know, I love it after or during every set we have character fans just popping off. You know, last set we have Dank, we like Dank XN popping off for the May, and then we got Minty over here popping out for Elphelt. I respect it. I love this character too.
Minty is the biggest Elphelt fan on the planet. So easy peasy on that one. Oh, dash on backwards though after the Dynamite Fest. What are you really gonna do about it?
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Nice 6P. Scary, but Highly rewarded. Pulls out a mini Faust. We have more tension. We're not even going to use it. We're going for the command grab. Okay, back to back.
Absolutely, the overdrive is the next choice here. And run him down. Still alive with just a little bit. Has burst, has meter. CPU chooses to play a little more defensively, but then a bit of an error, it seems like.
Nikolai assuming a button was going to be pressed there, but yeah, that's discipline right there on CPU's end, and just punish the super, like, that was layers.
Oh, little homies on the tail end of the little homies end up saving the day there, but we're gonna lean into that zoning game just a bit with the rifle. Damn, things just becoming a mess here. CPU, no chance to really get their bearing in the moment, but a PRC into a command throw. Signs of life.
Oh, that was so scary. Wait, is this going to be an... It is! Oh, okay. Wait. You know, Faust just doesn't do much damage on average. I was certain that was gonna kill. That was not gonna kill, I'm sorry. I was proven wrong.
Yeah, I feel like I never expect the damage from Faust, but it always just, you know, it's a little bit of a jump scare, but it ends up working out. 1-1 back in the situation here. CPU, way to course correct after what was kind of a tough game one.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice 6P there on the thrust. Doing it a little early is scary, but it works out in Nikolai's favor. Uh-oh. The bomb vest? No. This is... No, you don't want to be here. That's almost a round loss scenario for anybody, but the character doesn't have a lot of health like Faust.
Yeah, kind of puts you in a no-win situation there. Does end up getting to sweep the legs a little bit too far away. And maybe sets up for the bombo here, especially with the mix-up coming through.
Ooh. That charge wild assault, the backdash, oh, that was huge.
Oh, mistimed our normal though, so the 6-8 actually did get punished. 100 ton is the choice, and we're gonna get the pickup off of it. Nikolai not gonna burst still though, is gonna hold it for the next round.
Nice right there. Just punish the whip Bridal Express with the 5P? The reward off that. Wait a minute.
Aye, focus good, mix. Oh, dude, the routing is just perfection, and once again is able to secure the kill. CPU, again, in a close game, back and forth, is still able to get ahead 2-1 now. Nikolai kind of on the wayside right now.
I think that's like twice over now that we've seen CPU utilizing like max charge wild assault, blue wild assault, which I feel like we don't really see Faust go for, right? Most will just take the knockdown, pull one item, maybe we can get a meteors and go for a 50-50, but nah, that's optimal. I like that, going for the wall break instead, maybe trying to push for the resource game, right? Maybe Scarecrow PRC is a big thing that we've seen CPU use to close out a lot of rounds.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, with the dust as well.
Okay.
A little scary with the 100 tap. Okay, a little Looney Tunes from that one. Scary stuff for both players, but Nikolai gets the better. Actually does get the burst out of CPU.
There was so much in that one Looney Tunes interaction that I want to go over, but dang, that was awesome. That was just a lot going on, a lot of interaction.
Spacing was a little scary. Tries to reach a bit too far across the aisle there, and we're able to actually claim the trumpet for ourselves. It's gonna get thrown into it, I do believe.
Oh! I like the idea there, but unfortunately, you know, the crowd was still surfing. Okay, the crowd was still surfing and catching the landing recovery of Nikolai. I see the vision.
I love the match of the 5P2, able to catch pretty much anything in a moment like that. CPU looking to potentially just put this one away now. 6P's the overhead attempt. Such good matchup knowledge here. It's not letting any of this stuff go for free.
Oh, that 2K hitting so high. Gonna feed Elphelt while you're at it. Give her a donut.
Oh, and the teleport timing to get the cross up from bad to worse. We do get the burst in time though. Nikolai, one more chance.
Okay. I love that little getting on in the bracket too, getting into top 48, beating Fubuki like you mentioned. That is a top 8er. Like that is a
win.
A regular. Yeah, that is something to celebrate.
All right now, oh, parry, max distance, able to, you know, get aggressive afterwards. Straps on the seatbelt. IE with DP.
Nice. Far slash, being able to convert into the Kabari. Forcing the wild assault. Yeah, we're gonna see the same thing. Forcing a burst over here on Kaneda's head.
Oh, a little too far for the follow-up. Still alright though. Do well, doesn't get the kill. Of course, with this amount of meter, no way we're blocking there.
Is this going to kill? Barely. No, wait, never mind. The 2HOTG. Shut me up. That's why Dark Elf Lover is a beast, making it a winner side, and I'm not.
Oh, but they're able to jump over the low there and then finds the low follow-up of their own. That's going to be Sin with a charge dust and 50% life gone from Baiken. And you are gone. Yours is gone. No, we didn't get the meter. Not quite. Still, just one more chance.
They'll have burst available if we decide to hero burst. Nah, not with this big of a life lead.
Nah, no reason to. Especially coming into the next round, you're going to have a little bit of an advantage on the burst economy. But the 6P finds the mark, and the parry, unfortunately, is a little bit mistimed.
Oh, back throw right there. Yo, wait a minute. Okay, I thought we were going to get a nice combo here, but we're going to get a wall break nonetheless. Yeah, this 3-hit super gonna do a fair bit of damage, plus the wall break. It equals all kinds of goodies for you.
It's good to jump in, get some pullback. Nice block and a better follow through. Way to get the punish there. And able to secure game 1. Dark Elf Lover. Listen, we love Dark Elves.
We love Dark Elves.
Is this what this is?
You know, there's a lot happening in chat right now, but I want to point out, what is it, Sinfo Matt? If TNS makes you want to pick up Strive again, I suggest you do. Every character is fun to play. It's just a fun game overall, and if you like controlling things, this is the game for you.
Oh, definitely. Guilty Gear is about to have a big overhaul as far as the training mode, the ranked mode, and a couple other things. So honestly and truly, there's no better time to just like buy the game, press some buttons, and just like get acclimated to it before the big changes come into play. Definitely, I would highly recommend. As well as the community's pretty welcoming. There's a lot of people that are willing to answer a lot of questions, so it'll be pretty easy to get any of your mysteries out of the way. And as I say that, what was this round? What happened to Sin's life bar? Are you serious?
You were explaining all the beautiful things about coming to Guilty Gear, and I'm trying not to hold in my laughter because we just saw
full violence on display. Holy moly, round 1 is gone.
Yeah, so yeah, it's simple, man. If that interests you, doing that to your opponent, Guilty Gear is for you.
Forward throw, gonna pick up. Oh, but the parry finally works out.
Nice. air dashing backwards to bait out the throw, and we get a nice combo off it. No wall break actually, opting to keep the corner to continue some pressure. But Kaneda opting to not use a burst there. We're gonna, you know what? I respect it because going for the throw after guard crush, there's no throw protection there. You gotta have to guess.
Yeah, for sure. It's Tommy. The Escobar. Unfortunately, you're trapped in here with me. Gets the trade and DPs afterwards. Another one of the situations where, of course, Sin's not gonna hold that.
Oh, so much damage off of a 4-hit combo. Put Dark Elf for 4 hops. I'm sorry, put Dark in a not so good spot. Oh! 100 tension over here on 4 hops this side. Are we gonna spend it on the gun? Or are we going to use it to correct ourselves after a 2H? No, we're not gonna use it at all. Kaneda with a jump scare, like father, like son. Watch your toes in the neutral around this character.
Yeah, I mean, the legs get swept. The Sun Dipper a little too strong in the moment. 1-1. Again, the back and forth. Really starting to add up.
There's a lot of... What a name.
So stuck on it.
You know, it's... Seeing 4 hops. Well, you know what? Yeah, big things are happening tonight.
Oh, 6P also working out there as well. DP in response though, able to find the punish and the dash up for the throw.
So much damage and it's so optimal. We're gonna have to kill sometime, unfortunately, because we have, well, now we have some stamina. No need to spend the meter there. For sure, that wall break was going to kill. 4 hops up another round.
Back throw. Put that wall in the moment. 2P finds the counter hit. We're going to burst to maintain momentum in the corner, but again, a good 2P press to get out of there.
So run up L cut, you know, I can't be mad at it. It's been working out for Kaneda this entire set. Oh, and that is going to be a huge combo. Yeah, some damage left to spare, not even needed. That's optimal, baby.
And a must-win situation for both players here. You do not want to be in a position to have to win 2 in a row. Kaneda kind of realizing that. Fully charged with dust, 50% meter, 50% life off of Dark Elf. Not looking good, and this actually might be the rest of their life bar. Burst is going to be closed, but no, we're going to reset it in the corner.
Yeah, just going plus frames after plus frames, and we're gonna challenge in the small gap that Wild Assault left.
6P after the lift goes on. Sin finds the air-to-air. All of a sudden, even with a couple drops, we're still in this.
Wait a minute. This is so many JD cannonballs in your face. Wait, that was optimal.
Oh. That Rev 2 ass combo. Jesus, in dust we trust. That was the optimal Rev 2 combo right there.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that. You know, some things never change.
Oh my god. Damage comes through in the sickest way.
See, I'm looking at chat, and you know, you answered your own questions. The other 9,000 Dark Elf lovers aren't doing Rev 2 combos still. So like, they're scrapped.
Then I like that.
This is what I'm gonna say. Oh! You know what? The JD pushing 4 hops away to bait the DP automatically. That was funny.
Oh, 6P. poked her right in the good eye. You hate to see it. Finds the 2D afterwards and tries to send the overhead, but again, a good 2P press out.
Cross-up Giovanna not hitting, unfortunately. But oh my gosh, these jumpers are crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for the instant air dash. That's okay, though. Again, tries to send the overhead. We just hold up back twice in a row for Dark Elf Lover. Unfortunately, the round goes to the wayside here, but still ahead on the resource game at least.
Nice. Forward slash. Going to the short combo. Safe jump. Oh, reliable. Nothing changes. Now this is going to be a huge combo going into RTL. Look at the health bar. It is depleted. Out of 30% left. Just one interaction, Proxy.
Oh no, and the Wild Assault to take the burst as well. You're just barely gonna live this here, but now you have to play it with just, you can't even take a trade.
Oh yeah. That was scary.
That's just good though, and that's gonna bring us to, unsurprisingly, another game 5. It has been down to the wire again and again all night long, and this is no, listen, at this point, no surprise.
Yeah, beginning of top 48, you know, you see a bunch of game 5s before it. It's a little shocking, you know, but that's just the level of the competition rising. Top 48 onwards, nah, it's business like usual.
Wait, snare dash back, drops the tatami on him, gets aggressive afterwards. Kaneda pulled back in. It's been DP a lot of the times there. This time they wait a little bit too long, and you know, Dark Elf Lover able to get the better of it.
Getting the throws can be really scary. Not only are you attached, you have 100 or Dark Elf Lover has 100 tension. Yeah. That other 50, not even needed. That wall break damage was more than enough.
Oh. I6P, man, what a normal, and jumps the throw attempt.
There we go. The cross-up Giovanna hits this time around, and the reward. Look at this. You have Kaneda out into the corner. One interaction is all we need. Kaneda cannot take a trade or a combo. Nice second throw.
Damn, again, the beak driver just pokes her straight in the forehead, bro. Damage continues to add up. Hood stomp, and is able to set up for the wall break. What? Oh no, set point potentially for both players.
The wake up throw, that's unfortunate for the round start throw. Wall break over here for Dark Elf Lover, 50% of Kaneda's health gone. Tension is rising. We have a lot of things to work with here.
Next again, charges the dust, gets the wall stick, didn't have much to be able to get off of it though. Dark Elf Lover max meter and immediately sends on it. Shoot him. Wait for the whip and shoot him. Nah, Giovanna instead.
Okay, I was holding out hope we might see the gun super to close it out, but nope. All reliable. Our 3 hitting super is just going to close it out for Dark.
Absolutely, and hey, just like that. Hey, y'all already almost got him. See? That's all it takes. Sometimes you just need a quick little reminder, but that's okay. On into the match here. It is going to be Walter, as we said, one of the strongest Millia players on the planet, facing off against Kreator, who Kreator's made a case for themselves on the Giovanna, has had extremely consistent results online and offline, and you know, trying to make a pretty big victory here against our Texas Showdown champion.
Yeah, consistently one of the best Giovannas. Like, it's always a name that I've always, like, you know, you hear out there, or just see, even if you watch tournaments like CEO. Just getting top 8'd. But, enough of that. Look at this. Wait a minute. The barrage into the super?
Oh, but unfortunately Winger does 0 damage. That super, I mean, it's cool, but it does not do a lot in the moment. Expecting the RC though, so didn't want to get too aggressive in the moment. Dashes forward and sends the Lust Shaker, which does connect. Walter's gonna get the first round.
Ooh. Just hitting at the very last possible frame. Yeah, I like this. The momentum burst, as you said earlier, just keeping Walter into the corner. Now we're just moving. Keep it short, keep it simple. We wanna not give Walter a chance to burst and spend our overdrive for this like guaranteed pressure after the wall break. It's the base pace you wanna be.
Oh, comes to the cross up. Bad move, nice block. Flips! The flip kick hits the command movement. Not how I was expecting that to go, but Kreator, I mean, must know something I don't.
Kreator's a beast, I guess. Nice, good block on the Oki. It's terrible, terrible, terrible place to be in if you're not the Millia. Oh.
Okay, down on the low, spiral arrow, jumps out of it. Good spacing once again, the movement working out, but Kreator checks them on the ground.
That pseudo DP once again. Yeah, just close it out, go into the super. We're not wasting any time here. Kreator is on top of it with the anti-airs. Like that flip kick right there, just it's all red. It's all red up there, and I'm not sure what Millia is supposed to do about it. But I'm excited to see if Walter can come up with an answer.
Oh, no, definitely agreed. Things get a little bit messy in those ending situations, but that's okay. We're back into it one more time. Back into the breach. Kreator, one game up already.
There it is again. And look at the reward off it. A combo and a burst bait as well.
God, just look at your life bar now, Walter. Unfortunately, one bad interaction into one bad guess with a burst, and all of a sudden you are looking down the barrel of a strike throw, but instead we just sneak in the low.
We're just gonna dash up into it again. Why not, right? It's working out. Let's just keep doing it. But Walter fights? Oh my god, fights his way out. Oh, I got mixed. I thought that was the other side.
Yeah, I don't know how you deal with that. Whiffs the overhead and actually doesn't end up going low, but the delayed overhead finds the mark and forces Kreator to make a tough choice there with the burst. Luckily, it ends up being the right choice, which is really all that matters.
Oh, look at that, using the Mirage, the Artemis follow-up there to actually bait up the DP. Is that the answer here? Hold on, Walter. Are we cooking?
Oh, off the air to air, maybe we are. You know, stove's getting turned on. We're good for it. Breaks the Artemis instead of the overdrive. And then the quick disc. What a way to interrupt the attempt from Kreator there to get aggressive. We have plenty of meter this time, and that is certainly going to get the kill.
More than enough damage, even with the added defense that Giovanna gets. Leading into a big hit. Now look at this. We were on one side of the corner, now we're in the other, and there's that DQ that we mentioned before.
You can see it's so scary to be on the ground against Giovanna. The dash up, the threat of the 2K, the 2D, everything in between. So many normals that dominate the moment here, and Walter now stuck to the ground.
Oh my. This is so scary for Walter, right? Because, like, is that gonna get... Yeah, that's gonna... Oh, that super does so much damage. But it's also just super scary to navigate neutral if you're Walter, right? If you get bursted out... Well, in my mind, I thought that Gio was gonna have to play against Millia. I was not expecting it to be the other way around.
So locked back in Kreator. I was not expecting it to go this skewed here. Things are going kind of crazy here. Walter needs 3 games in a row. This is a really difficult situation to be in. But again, Walter is the type of player who can rise to the occasion. It's just, is Kreator going to be able to give them the room to make that happen? First mix-up is just Walter goes heavy disc and just stares at him. I like that.
Yeah, it's so nice ID on the Artemis, trying to go for another reset there with the TK. Bad moon, unfortunate that we dropped, but it's working out in our favor. Ball break with the Artemis, max damage. We're gonna get some resources back for that. Okay, yeah, signs of life over here on Walter's side.
Yeah, gotta close out this next round though. You can't let these opportunities go. Finds a Lust Shaker and looks for the 5K for the anti-air. Throw for Walter and back to the same side. Mix-up game is crazy.
Oh, that 2P trying to preemptively catch a dash up attempt was in vain and forced Walter to use the burst. That was most unfortunate.
Oh, 6P is perfection. Now, yep, because of the cross-up, we are able to get our first game on the board here. And leave it to Millia to have the one game that she does get on the board there be that quick. That's just how the cookie can crumble against this character. Sometimes you just like, you black out and you wake up and like both rounds are gone.
You know, but on the flip side, that's just we've been seeing the same thing. Well, we've been seeing the same level of control on Kreator's end with Giovanna. Although the rounds might have not ended as fast, but like it definitely felt like it did, right? Like it was just 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's definitely a little tough for sure. 2S, a bit too far. Gets the air-to-air. We're starting to go up to get her in the skies?
Okay. Not waiting for her to come down anymore. That was scary, but it ended up working out in Walter's end. Bar slash counter hit into the super over here. Nice little bit of extra damage. Kreator does have 50 tension. He could see a YRC or maybe a reversal attempt. Never mind.
Yeah, DP at the perfect timing, beats out the Artemis, hops on forward, and now plenty of meter to get aggressive if we so choose.
Nice combos. Oh, the 2P is barely going to connect there, which allows for the wall break to happen. Okay, that was giga spaced off.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think that was going to be able to do enough damage to actually secure the wall stick there, but it just does. And now we find the 2K2D, which forces a burst out. So if Walter can get out of the corner, which he completely has, this is a dominating position now.
Nice, Walter 50 tension on the board and soon to get some more. All we got to do is kill some time. And everything's not fine for Walter. Oh no, there's gonna be so much damage here. That is half of your work gone in the blink of an eye.
That was good. Dashed back, 2K2D, crossed it up one more time, and Walter again is going to take us to another game 5. We are just going the distance again and again.
You said Walter might have to lock it and win 3 in a row. I don't know what kind of magic you're working, but I think Walter's appreciating it.
Listen, we get the script ahead of time. I thought I DM'd it to you.
Oh, you know, I have Do Not Disturb on. That's on me.
Oh my god. But oh yeah, this is a crucial situation coming up now. 2-2. And immediately we just send hair car. That's the burst out of Kreator. Put it in the bag, bro.
I love that before the block swing was over, Walter was already holding forward just to get ready for the 6P. Kreator just walked right into it. I jumped in my chair, the same mix-up. I thought it was hitting the other side. No, Okay, we are on set point right here for Walter. Miracle comebacks happening right now. Big things are happening tonight.
Heavy disc, close slash. Ends up finding the counter hit on the ground here. Picks it back up. And Kreator, while the burst is back, it's another hard knockdown. Things are looking really, really tough here.
Nice IDFT there on the 5H, making the pressure just noticeably worse post RC.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I had to spend it. Ends up getting the trade. Walter mashes in the craziest spot, and then the 2S finds the mark. I think because of the amount of...
I would imagine that Leo would probably be the choice here instead of the Slayer, just because Leo has a lot more movement, has a DP. It's a lot more interaction that can happen compared to 2 Slayer.
No, I definitely agree with that. Slayer's super on the rails, so it's pretty easy for characters like this that can excruciatingly brute force things. You know, it doesn't get too painful for them.
Oh my goodness, that is the best kind of burst bait, the ones that happen super late, and Razzo's gonna get the wall break off of it.
Oh, dash in and attempts at the delay, but of course we get the throw there. You stall yourself in the air for too damn long. We're gonna chuck you for it. Stomp came out, ends up getting the quick dash forward, follows through, takes a bite out of cry, a little quick snack. It's gonna send us through with the Tyrant Barrel.
Oh man, so much damage happens so fast. That's just what Sin does, right? Oh. Like that fast RC to go for a little bit of a slingshot combo, but I was gonna tech the throw, turn them both to neutral, but the overhead is going to catch her slipping, and just like that, we're tying it up in rounds.
Wee guard point stance, gets the blow up from there. 2K ends up finding the mark afterwards though. In this round of peace situation, Razzo spends the burst the second it's there and gets the stop on the dash.
Frame trap after frame trap. There's 2 massive counter hits. That's a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. We have meter to spare for a mix-up if he so chooses to spend it that way. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna eat some, and we're glowing green. Wait. Oh my god, we DP'd the right direction, but wait, we're gonna BRC and DP again. Okay, wait, that was some... Wow, okay, that was some...
5 hit. That's 5
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
I respect that. Double dash to go for the cross-up, gets DP'd. After the situation, sends the 2D on the BRC, says, I'm going to do it again. What are you going to do about it?
There was a lot there that just I was shocked about, you know, like, for one, you DP'd the right way. That was nothing but a call out. You had to have inputted the other direction.
Yost is right in the chat, bro. Layer 27. What are you going to do about it? I'm there. It just turns out that layer 1 DP and layer 27 DP just look the same. You're just not on that level. Wakes up, mash to the 2P though. Hoof stomp gets whiff punished. Very nice from Razzo.
Nice. Gonna spend the stamina and the Kara DP for maximum corner carry. It's 2D there. Yeah, these Leo players are getting really brave, I'll tell you what.
Hey, listen, she's nasty with it. Hoof stomp finds the mark. Tyrant Barrel, I don't think it's quite enough to kill. Dude, the fur coat, it pads him, I'm telling you.
Oh, man. And we actually, I believe I saw blocked it, but the FD was not, like, and she just wasn't at thing. Let me show you. Oh. Probably. Yeah, okay. You know, I respect the DP there. Just I'm probably expecting a gazelle step to follow up, but nah. We're just gonna get a counter hit and lead into this situation right here. Catching the backdash.
Oh, and I think they were expecting the burst there. In the end, though, Razzo just brute forces it using the normals to great effect. Tries to go for the cross-up again, but the DPs are always vigilant.
Oh, this is going to be a huge counter hit. Domi, are we going to see a burst? No, we're seeing multiple attempts to bait or to bait set throw or burst on Razzo's end, but Domi just not biting. It's just layer 27, like Yo said. Like we're just not there.
Yeah, the 6P into the follow-up, able to use the beak driver afterwards as well. I mean, the restraint to not go for the DP in those ending moments working out really well. 2-0 right now. Razzo punching from the ropes here, but obviously never out of it. She's a world-class player and can definitely make it happen. As you can see.
Oh, back-to-back DPs. Can't hate on it.
These are the two characters that are going to do it. If that was going to happen...
Massive health and a DP, what are the consequences?
Yeah, they don't exist for me. We're not playing the same game. Like that pickup though, and again the DP in response, but a dash up throw. Razzo, the confidence on the defensive situation, just turn it on its head.
Oh, the fireball stays out even on block. Oh, that was a smart play by Razzo, securing the win. No chance of losing there.
And even though it didn't work at the very beginning, I love the 6P attempt. Again, trying to be the one setting the pace here, continuing to find these whiff punishes and taps the dust, the overhead, looking ridiculous from that spacing.
Oh, barely didn't get enough meter from the Earthster, but the throw is just gonna be enough. Yeah, this is a scary situation you put in. Strike the throw, even after almost after every knockout, it feels like. But
definitely seemed that way. Oh my god, I feel like it's just like.
It's just fast.
I feel like this whole matchup has just actually devolved into like Razzo is pressing 5K and Domi is either DPing or not, and it's just like the checkbox goes back. Like if Domi doesn't DP, Razzo goes, oh okay, and takes one step backwards and then 5Ks again. And they're just playing the same process over and over again. But Razzo is winning it, so why wouldn't you keep setting up the 5K? I like that it's happening.
You know, on the flip side, I love the micro walk step back into the L counter on Domi's end. That's just it's...
Oh, APR 5P looking good. A little too far for the RS's.
No, that was massive, the parry, but unfortunately it did not work out. The what? The what? You did not just do that. Okay. You know what? I can't question it. Layer 27. I can't forget.
You have to remember. Couple headbutts though, cranks the wrist gauge just a little bit. Fortunately can't get the kill. Gets the burst out. Domi's gonna spend it to try and take the victory here.
Oh, are we going to maybe get burst outside? No, but we're gonna drop the combo, maybe giving her an extra chance to live. What? No. Oh.
I had the block on the first cross up, but couldn't quite come back together after. And the 5B on the dash up.
That is a fat punish and a fat reward as well. We're just Razzo just locked in for over here on Game 5, putting on a show for everyone at home, to be honest.
Meter, BRC's down. Something to follow through. Continuing to use that beat driver, but yeah, recognizing there wasn't going to be much of a follow-up there, Razzo just commits to the DP, but unfortunately gets caught in a slowdown during a backdash.
Oh! Oh! Okay, wait a minute. I wasn't aware Gold Lewis was on the screen. Wait a second. That was so
Jesus.
clean.
Gets tossed into the fireball and gets carried all the way to the wall. That is a hell of a conversion. What a way to work with the hand that you're given.
that was awesome. Wait a minute. Bro in a cut. Okay. That's what... Cherio, explain that to me right now. Why is Leo doing Gold Lewis things?
That was Pacific Freeze, by the way, with the prime. Appreciate you. 2S in the follow through, using the calories very effectively. Unfortunately, no more left over for the mix up here. Instead, it's going to have to be the RC for the cancel there.
Oh, and the cleanest of hit close slashes. Leo is broken, of course. Yes, Cherio, that is always the answer.
But again, 5K, that has been the moneymaker. It feels like every time Razzo puts a 5K on Domi, it nets, at minimum, a reset of the situation.
Yeah, not even going to attempt to spend the burst. No hero burst from Domi. We're saving it for the, potentially, the final round.
Oh, burst timing is definitely good. Guard point stance, a little too far. After the PRC, no punish though. Timing was a little off.
Oh, there's the 5K that we were talking about. It's so good in this matchup with these close combat situations. Okay, wall break. Razzo trying to offer the resource for it. Just break it instead of keeping the corner. Now we're gonna go back at it again. This super takes you so far.
Still alive somehow though. Headbang unfortunately has to burst out of it. BRCs and Razzo jumps into it. Oh, and the RC slide forward secures the really f***ed up. I'll just say that. Like, they're both really good, bro.
We play fighting games. It's in our nature to downplay.
And I respect that. Listen.
You know, we might see, depending on the outcome, we might see some downplaying that happen here. According to recent events, we have Fubuki on the test of it versus Poncho. Playing Zato, a character that we don't see too much. We got Zato and Nago in one tournament.
Man, Poncho's one of the few like defenders of the character right now for that Zato. I mean, there are some other players, you know, notably like Ed and Eddie among others, that still rep the character and do pretty well. You know, it's not a lot of people left like dedicated to the craft here, but as you can see here, character's looking. It seems like it's working as intended right now. We are getting the rush down in.
Yeah, you know, like one of Eddie's biggest weaknesses is that he doesn't really fight against system mechanics too well. But if you don't have access to the system mechanics, that's Eddie. You know, you're holding all that.
Ooh, attempted to dash in there. Good jump away to get away from the Grave Reaper as well. Double Pierce 1, another good call.
Oh. Okay, so much movement is happening. Wait a minute. I love the teleport movement that Fubuki uses here.
Yeah, I mean, Fubuki is notably a very aggressive testament when it comes to the way that they move. Well, using that Arbiter sign to great effect here. Does get the anti-air and sets up that full screen gameplay once again. And because the stain state ends up getting applied, we are able to take the kill off of that follow-up.
Nice, the very last bit of Grave Reaper just catches Poncho trying to jump out. It's not working out. It's an unfortunate part for you.
Boy, close slash, ends up spending the burst. Definitely the right call here. Using the oppose as best as we can, but unfortunately, oppose still not good enough in the moment as we use the Eddie-less movement to finally get a little bit of a chance.
The far slash became more active because it hit Eddie and Poncho just walked into it. That is unfortunate. Oh no.
Dude, the Witch Hunter, bro. Max distance just barely connects to be able to get them. And yeah, like you said, just being a touch more active because it gets the connection on little Eddie. Unfortunately, your boy's a double agent on that one.
Oh, man. You know, I like that. You know, one thing what round start I'm seeing is that Fubuki is opting to just air dash back and throw out a Grave Reaper. You know, and like the answer, I think it kind of forces Poncho to do a pose or jump. And I think like that level of control round start is really good here.
6P, and the Orbiter's trying to catch from below, sets it up, and immediately commits the teleport.
I didn't think that was gonna cross up. I'm gonna be honest. I'm lost on that one. Plus frames on the Arbiter's line, cause the state. Yeah, we're just gonna spin it here.
Hey, the Positive Junkie, $25 in the match arena, boosting that thing up even more, just over $50. They said Dark Elf Fan Club. Listen, from the gameplay I've seen, I love Dark Elves. What can I say, man? I'm infected with it.
Future Dark Elf Lover 9002 is on the way, guys. just wait.
No, it was great though, seriously. And again, appreciate you. Thank you very much for the 25.
Nice invite hell to catch the recovery of the Grave Reaper. Oh, and I really like that Poncho's positioning, like being right there next to the Succubus in case Fubuki attempts to teleport. It's just layers.
Oh, amazing use of the oppose there. Drunkard to get the cross up and uses the drill to get closer, but unfortunately our Eddie gauge had ran low. But with this command though, we're so back.
Yeah, escaping like that definitely was a downfall of Fubuki, right? Not only did we get caught up, but we also got negative penalties, so we lost all of our bursts for this next round.
Hell came through, went for the 2S, again a touch too far, and that's going to be a charge Wild Assault combo, but we do have Eddie back now, so as we return to neutral, an opportunity to get aggressive.
Whoa, the sword whip, rematch? I get it, but oh my gosh, that's great. I don't think I've ever seen that sword super whip, but there's a burst for everything, and this is, I think, the first burst made up the set too. Okay, 2 bursts happening back to back.
Yeah, I was not expecting that to whip in that way. That's so unfortunate. Every single week when I watch the Zato players play, I learn a new thing that's a little unfortunate. Like, I think this character is more playable than people give him credit for, but you cannot deny that he's a shell of the man that he once was.
Some like to say that Zato was a healthy top tier, and some might agree. I don't know where you stand on this, but I don't like holding drills on positive bonus. That's my stance.
Hey, that character was busted before, but they did him too dirty. But I mean, that's the cycle of Guilty Gear, right? Zato always starts out really good and ends up really bad, unfortunately. Yep. that's the life cycle of Gear.
You know, maybe we might see the opposite thing happen with Faust here, right? Started off pretty weak, slowly getting stronger, but there's no light at the end of the tunnel here.
Jumping came through. Nice avoidance of the throw. Summons the Eddie, but actually unsummons right away. Maybe was expecting something.
Oh, the Arbiter side is just right there tracking. It's relatively fast, and it's just ready to catch any kind of an attempt at summoning Eddie full screen. Now we're full screen, no Eddie gauge. We're dodging Stain State with our life, but Poncho is just working their way in, and look at this. That is finesse movement.
Definitely looking like it, and is able to get the self alley-oop off of the frog sword. It does hit this time, luckily.
Trying our hardest to bait a YRC, but get hit with the super instead. Holding Fears, Holy Drills, taking you to the corner, gets clipped by the low, and it's just overwhelming to block, especially after drills, right? There's a lot that can come after. Big counter hits leading to, wow, look at this. Stay, pop off the 5K. Yeah, we're gonna have enough time for this super to connect, and that means you're going through the wall, not only with hard knockdown, but with Stain State as well.
Oh, and because of the Stain State, the throw is going to be enough. Takes a bite out of Crime, and unfortunately, Zato and Little Eddie are going to be sent to the wayside. That is Fubuki getting a step closer. Right in front of us here, it's going to be Jack and Dany to lead us off into the top 8 here. This is going to be a very tough one to start. As we said, this has been grand finals more than once here at TNS, and it has gone. It's generally Jack favored, but Dany is more than capable and has defeated Jack more than once.
Yeah, fun sets nonetheless, but like you said, grand finals match happening right here, leading us off, and Jack is already showing us why. Bro is just a beast at every tournament that they play in. Rolling under the fireball, clipping the toes into a super, like it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, crushing the guts with the Deus Ex. Didn't have very much focus left, so yeah, Dany knew he had time to be able to go for the YRC there. Oh my god, but that's one of the things. I don't remember exactly how long ago Jack started incorporating that exact sequence, but that sequence nets Jack an unbelievable amount of hits. Like what? That BRC at that angle.
Rolling under the... Oh, okay, that was amazing. Rolling under the blue kick here. I'm at a loss for words. As we got some of that concentration back. Jack, no bullets in the chamber, but we do have some tension. Finds an opportunity to reload. Breaks the wall with it too quick. We're so optimal.
And just goes right into the 5S though. Dany not willing to hold. Good timing on the IBFD after the +4 situation on that 6K.
The risk is super high right now, and well, although we do have max resources, Jack can take advantage of the fact that more risk equals more tension gained back per hit. As we saw right there, tension penalty was non-existent.
And because of how that situation was turning up, had to go for the super at that time, had no bullets left in the chamber, but with focus building back up here, only one bullet left. Dany, if we can find a connection of some kind, we can do this. It's going to be the RC.
Oh! We got a cold burst on deck. Jack actually takes the hit, and yeah, takes the hit. It works out for Dany here. That tap does reach so far, and it's going to be enough to 6H OTG. Oh, we have some damage and some combo left to spare as well. Yo, we're already set point. No, not set point. I'm sorry, match point. Like, we're just going down to the last round.
Oi. Gun is pulled, applies the curse, breaks the wall. Big advantage for Jack coming up. But we try to swing for the fences immediately. They didn't even wait to see the pitch. Dany's swinging 6H there. But that's going to be the Deus Ex for Jack to break in response.
The stun dipper, the floor is never safe when Kiske is on the screen.
Oh, interrupts well though, and the sucker punch to follow through. Jack still had the burst in his pocket and is able to get the clutch situation to come up. That's the first game already out of the way. Back and forth, but Jack is the one to take it.
Oh man, Jack is a beast. Honestly, having that level of consistency is kind of crazy, right? With the character that people, depending on who you ask, consider to be a pretty okay character, right? The ceiling is infinite, it feels, but the floor is also relatively high.
I definitely agree. I mean, like, you can't argue with... People can have opinions. You cannot argue with results. look at the characters that were present at Arc World Tour, it is not a surprise. Like, Happy Chaos is very, very good. Like, maybe not top 1 good, but it's extremely strong. It's undeniable.
And definitely in the hands of Jack. Yeah, no. That is a winning character. Nice jump out right there. To counter hit the throw. Yeah, but Ex Machina. It's gonna do so much damage, or a little more damage than I would expect. Yeah, bringing us nearly down to 50%. We have tension coming back thanks to positive bonus.
Let's just do with good damage. Max meter available for Jack. He just runs up with a 2K2D. There's nothing scarier because I feel like you expect them to do something a little bit more tricky when they have that much meter to their name, but the dash up low is good enough.
And now that we have positive bonus and everything, yeah, like Jack doesn't have to approach you. It's on you to approach Jack. And having extra super for the concentration, it makes it really hard for Dany.
All charged up, very nice. Positive bonus building up again with the curse, and the DP whiff's got to burst here. Dany, unfortunately, in these scrambles is making a lot of good choices, but Jack just feels one step ahead. It's going to be another burst, and again, max meter for Jack to be able to get aggressive with.
Nice, applied the curse and gonna cash out with the Deus Ex. Same situation as before. Dany does have some resource we can use to fight back, but it's not going to matter when Jack rolls right through you, figuratively and literally cleaning up that second game.
Oh, Dany. I mean, I feel like you either have to... This is rough. I feel like there's a lot of prescriptions I could put on this, but honestly, for Dany, it's just you got to be more correct. I know how stupid that sounds, but like I feel like Danny's making a decent amount of good decisions, but Jack has just felt like he's been a one step ahead in terms of the, I don't know, the mental stack. I don't know what you would call it at this point.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what fighting games come down to.
Even there, just sends the flip kick, ends up getting the trade. Jack is just so ready. You can't put him in positions to react because he always will.
Big hits there. Yeah, we're not going to go into a nice combo. We're just going to cash out in the super, but the spacing wasn't right. We have no bullets on deck, but that's not going to matter. Deus Ex Machina refills them all. And we have some tension to spare for this post-wall break situation. A staggering 2D going into the concentration super to enforce more plus frames. The whiff! The whiff tapped us into the gunshot frame trap, and you're never safe! That's sad. That's unfortunate.
Oh god, yeah, that routing, the DP was gonna be so much damage there. Jack, way to apply it, and gets the whip punch with the 2S, man!
Yeah, huge jump in. This one's not gonna whip. Just right, breaking the wall. It's a really good situation for Dany.
Like you're blessed. Okay, and is able to break through. Another good win there. Still, though, this 2-0 advantage looming overhead. Dany gets pushed out on the IBFD.
Curse and shock state applied on both. There's a lot of aura going around, and the overhead, that was the double overhead, so hard to block.
Oh no, and this actually might do it here. We have no bullets left in the chamber, but it's not gonna matter because we have the routing and we have the reload, and now Dany is down to the final guess. Oh, and unfortunately, we just don't have the guess dialed up. Jack is able to take it 3 games straight to cut through to winner. Going to the vampire, baby.
You know, the layout worked out so well, I completely forgot that she had a Slayer. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Razzo? Show me what you got. Never mind. Okay, off rip the map. Hunch is just we're just sending everything.
I mean, this is one of the other theories of thought against Millia is Millia defense bad, health bad. I'm gonna kill her in one hit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go Mappa Hunch on the ground when she eventually has to touch the ground to reset her thing, reset her movement, and I'm gonna kill her right there.
It makes sense to me. Guys. Yeah, Walter using Capel to maneuver in the air and go on the other side of Razzo. Gets thrown, unfortunately, disc, which is gonna be blocks the low jumps. The art of his blocks, whatever comes after. Wait a minute, the defense is on point. And you know who was it earlier in chat? I think it was Dank. Oh, somebody said it earlier in chat that Blue Water, Blue Sky is the best mate theme. I disagree. It's this one right here.
Damn. Okay. Talk to him. Artemis comes through though, is able to break. Very nice for Razzo. Ooh. No, what a stop! Completely stop signs Walter there on the attempt.
Oh, wait, does this go into loops? No, we're just actually Mappa hunching Walter into the corner. I love this, the micro walk. There's so much happening. The damage off of 3 hits was lethal. Artemis for the wall break Slayer is a little bit of a healthy champion.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah.
You live this, but you're guessing for your life on the next one. It's not the situation you want.
And the clean hits super Mappa hunch. That was 70% in one combo.
Boy, connection works out well. Putting him straight into winger, and of course, just to be able to make sure we get the kill before the burst comes back there. I definitely respect the decision for sure. Good situational awareness from Walter.
No hating here. The chat wants you to put the disc away, Walter. Don't listen to them. You gotta be the one that mixes here.
Oh God, Walter. Come on, Walter. Lock it
Walter.
back in. 1-0, as we said. Uses the Capel, gets the just block on landing, and actually does manage to survive the situation, but unfortunately is stuck to the corner now.
The damage was massive on such a 6 hits, by the way. Millia, not a very healthy character, and oh, yeah, you got clipped. There's a. You got clipped. I mean, Walter, don't. I guess. Be more correct, as Proxy said. I think you're correct in bursting there.
Flash manages to catch the movement, uses the Mappa Hunch to cut through into the super. We are still alive, but again, Walter in a terrible position. This might be 1-1 now.
Nice attempt on the masher. One of the few times now with the new Capel working out for Walter. What?
Jump into flex shield, but the momentum from Capel is able to actually keep us closer and closer, but the JH finds the mark, and Walter has a second lease on life now.
The round is in Walter's hands. We can do anything we want with it. And wait a minute, is this winger going to kill?
I think it is just enough, yeah. I mean, again, the overdrive does almost no damage, but that guaranteed shatter damage is enough to make up for it, pulling its weight.
That was okay. 25% gone. Never mind. Did I say 20? We're gonna call a super, get the meter, and that is damn near 80% gone.
Oh, and then the air throw to follow as well. Try to get super aggressive and pop the burst. Walter bursts in response. Oh, but we just catch them on landing, straight on through with the Mappa Hunch. 1-1. It has been a bar fight in these first 2 games.
Yeah, that. Oh man, it's like Razzo is just making the most of the hits she gets, and it's just a lot. You know, it can be pretty discouraging if you lose 80% in one combo, and when that combo leads to the same position that puts you in that first one to begin with.
Yeah, just looping the pressure in the most heinous way. Right away, trying to get aggressive, gets checked immediately. Especially well, the hair car as well. Boy, Walter. Pretty good damage here on Razzo again. Gonna have to deal with the disc mix. Instead, it's just gonna be a dash up and actually just gets a counter hit. I'm not sure what Razzo is going for there.
But, you know, I'm not sure what it was. Maybe a reversal. I'm not sure. It doesn't really work that way. But Walter makes the most of the hits he gets.
Oh, slick with the 5K to make that work. Wall stick. And she goes back towards with the Artemis once again, finding a good position. It's a bad moon as well. It's Jesus Christ, bro. Walter, 750 miles an hour, dude. A perfect, and it's 2-1. You blink and it's done.
What happened? I turned to my right, looking chat for a half a second, and the round was over with a perfect in Walter's, and I thought it was supposed to be the other way around. Razzo not that fast for Millia. That was... This is a canonical matchup, you know. You got Walter White versus Michelle Herbatrout. This is maybe we see a game 5.
Duel 1.
That's a crazy one, but I respect it. Oh, finds a mark with 2D.
Nice deflect shield. We don't want to hold the mix that comes afterwards. Yeah, I like this. Not committing to anything that may put us in some unfavorable RPS, just because we don't have the tension to back ourselves up. Get this. Okay, yeah, we're not opting for Power Bunker to break the wall, but wait a minute! Hold it on the back foot here. That was a stop.
That's definitely how it's felt for a majority of the time. It feels like Razzo has been the one kind of leading the conversation quite a bit, but here, even with the pixel, Razzo in trouble and has to spend the burst to try and take away this round, but again, with a pixel of life left, has to do something!
Oh, the failed L throw might be what spells the end of the round for Walter here. The found K! Okay, wait. That was a crazy press, but I completely respect it and understand this.
Oh no, and that is not the counter hit you want to see, even with the drop combo there, even with no follow-up. Still securing a knockdown is good enough. Things are looking terrible, and Razzo actually looked like they were jumping to bait that.
Nice job, the Capel hitting the air throw attempt there. Walter has a little bit of health left, but we're gonna get some tension and maybe enough for a blue wild assault on the end, or we're just gonna loop and maybe kill here instead, actually.
I think this is just enough with the shatter damage. Similar situation to before. Winger does not do a lot of damage, but it does carry through in the end, which leaves us a round apiece, and Walter is sitting on set point.
Artemis for maximum damage here on the ender. Oh, that's such a big counter. Now your back is to the corner. Walter, actually, yeah, just holding down back, not biting on any of the mashing attempts that Razzo is leaving open.
Ooh, that air throw might be a deciding factor. Never mind. Immediately turns it on its head with a throw. Nice no block. Oh, so ready for the bad moon there, but is able to stop the low.
Mix up after mix up after mix up. Walter is just not stopping. Razzo does have burst and 50 tension. Chooses not to spend it. Maybe thinking a drop was coming, or like a little benefit.
Yep.
Yeah, just cost, because like right there, that, you know, the what if, the big what if.
Hey, but no time to waste. Our players are already ready to go. Kreator and DomiWurld straight back into the next match here. That's Kreator getting the burst out of Domi, getting about half the life off of it, but Domi answering back pretty quick.
We're gonna eat before we break the wall, try to get whatever buff that does. Nice. Just no pause on creators, and we're just gonna keep fighting back. We do have enough tension for a super wall break here, so we're gonna get a nice little knockdown, some extra time to kill for this tension resurgence that we're gonna see.
Special close, gets the throw. What a way to stop there. Was looking for the jump out, but we're not gonna let that go for free.
Nice, yeah, choosing to spend the burst. Doesn't want Kreator to get a big enough, like, lead with the wall break. And the DP bait was a massive. Sin is healthy, but this super has a ton of hits, which means it's for sure going to kill with that extra wall break damage. And a perfect Kreator starting off super strong here.
Yeah, crushing the guts and pretty easily being able to blow through it. Kreator, a neutral dominance really is the name of the game here, not only for Kreator themselves, but just how you have to play with Giovanna. It's how you've got to become successful. You've got to win these in and out situations, use that movement, use that 2D, use the multi-hitting S normals. You have so many strong tools to be able to catch people in these neutral spots. Geez, 2D, that's the tweet, brother. That's all you need sometimes. He bought you a little bit of room. Punish on the 2K. Domi with the swing back.
Nice, and the cleanest of hits, adding that extra damage. Yeah, we're gonna kill time. We don't have stamina, so we're forced to use our tension to continue our pressure, and it is working out for us. 2 clean hit supers in a row, and Domi is just, shattering the wall, breaking, and just winning the round.
Dude, I'm a big fan of the double hook stomp, by the way. IBFD gets the whip punish because we were able to build that space. Defense turning to offense is what you love to see.
That was so clean. Nice conversion off of the stray hit there. Going for these resets, it's a very scary thing to go for because it could be 6 speed or DP, but Kreator is using the fact that Domi is just letting it happen and leading to stuff like that, right? Now you're up backing for your life because you're scared, you get counter hit and you die.
Getting caught out in those situations for sure. Actually ends up spending the burst here because of the overhead. Triple overhead on the way down, speaking of devil. Good, DomiWurld immediately into Tyrant Barrel, doesn't even extend the combo at all, just wants to generate a hard knockdown and a positive bonus, and it's ending up to be a great decision here. Does it again, and this one's enough to kill.
He beat the combo in short. Jeez, man, that was so much damage. I shouldn't have been surprised, but I always will be when that extra wall break just adds just enough to secure a round.
Just close slash 6H and just sends it. You love to see it. DomiWurld evens it up, and that's after what was a very good, very technical game 1 from Kreator. A lot of good counter punching, a lot of good control of the space there. Domi says, I can do it better. Handles things with the sledgehammer.
Nice jump on the throw there. We're gonna get a lot of reward off of this since we're spending some stamina. We're gonna spend attention. No wild assault needed. We're gonna break the wall. Look at the health difference.
We'll try to stomp on the toes. Breaks it through. And the shatter damage again. Tyrant Barrel and killing Giovanna. Name a better pair. There's just no way. Cannot survive a single one of these moments.
Nice Kara DP to get the carry into, once again, the Tyrant Barrel clean hit, leaving us a little, or maybe exactly at 50% here on Kreator's end. We don't have any tension, or we don't have any stamina, I'm sorry, but we do have some tension, so we're gonna see a nice, wait!
Oh, that air to air was dumb clean. It gets through, gets the super as well, and another situation sets up, and once again, DomiWurld, it doesn't have to be listen, you don't need these extended weird combos. You don't need all this crazy stuff. 2K, get one standing normal, Tyrant Barrel, it's just that good. That's all you need. That's your whole combo.
That was so clean. The straight air to air into the just a super I love it. Keeping the combo short, the damage adds up, and you're not giving Kreator a chance to burst. Because during each one of those supers could be a burst point, or any point of that combo could be a burst point. There's a lot to think about.
Definitely a lot to process, but unfortunately, not a lot of time to process it here for Kreator. Sin is just one of those characters that just kills you so damn fast. Though, OTG, loop it again.
Nice DP, risking our life for it. I respect it.
Ooh, double close slash, definitely like that. 2K2D finds the knockdown and tries to set up for the hoof stomp there, but the DRC Kreator takes advantage.
The 2K right there, profile, low profile, the far slash. Oh, that's most unfortunate, but Kreator actually going to spend the burst. We have tension, we can make the most of this round, and it ends up in his favor here.
Yeah, commits a close slash after the RC, definitely smart. 2D max distance, tip of the sneakers, dude.
Guys, yep. Kreator 2 for 2 on burst baits here. Oh my god, the reactions are so fast here, right? Recognizing that the throw didn't work, but DomiWurld. I am so confident if Domi had 50 tension, we would have seen another super there.
I know, definitely.
On the air to air.
Oh, BRC backwards, and then of course with the long-reaching normals, with how active that is, you're able to just swing really without a care in the world. Kreator would have had to commit it to a normal so early. You would have had to be a mind reader to make that situation work.
I think Domi knew exactly when Kreator was going up first, and now look at this situation we're in, Fauxnix.
Okay. The overhead finds the low, continues to stay aggressive. Kreator sticks that foot out for a split second, and it gets obliterated. A perfect again for DomiWurld, is able to get the closeout. That was we said before. Just as a reminder, I do believe it's 4Hops is our player here actually. You know, just on a what would you even call it? I wouldn't say a Smurf name, but you know, just
it's the alter ego. This is a Slim Shady. Yeah, this is Slim Shady to 4Hops is like normal daily life, you know.
Yeah, so I'm trying to stick to kayfabe. You know, I'm trying not to expose the secrets too much. But comes through after the teleport, definitely looking good with the Arbiter sign.
Oh, the trade ends up working in nobody's. Never mind, it ends up working in Fubuki's favor because we have the Succubi out. Stain State's doing a lot for us. Yep, you know, that's just one of the things, right? Like the teleport is very fast, and you have to be on top of it to react to. And you know, unfortunately, Fubuki was just taking advantage of the fact that it's that quick.
And again, another thing we always highlight is that Fubuki is one of the best testaments at using that teleport super aggressively, but good timing on the air dash forward. Love that JS. Dark Elf Lover finally has some corner position and is able to get the counter poke to take control.
Oh, the tip of the 2H is. Oh, look at this combo, an unfortunate situation that you're in. You're in strike throw from there. The testament was just like a mile away.
See, that's the nice thing about having a scythe as your weapon is sometimes you're a touch too far for throw, but you're never quite too far for strike. So we can at least always pick one of them. Dude, the normal sides from Testament always dominant in those moments. And Baiken, Dark Elf Lover, this is a tough spot to be in for sure, especially with Fubuki and having that dominant of a game one.
Duel 1.
Shoutouts to all the Dark Elf lovers.
We got all 9,000 of them in chat tonight. You know what I'm saying? They're all, everybody's here.
Supporting from the sidelines. Nice.
Push wave was definitely smart. PRC in place just to see if the teleport was going to come through.
He's gonna end it in his super. There's gonna be some maximum corner carry. Never mind, we're going for a side swap here. Breaking expectations. But that teleport is so fast and so scary when you have the state on top of you. Like, you get a combo off of throw.
Yeah, it gets a little out of control. Shout out to Mustard Pie, by the way, coming through. You already know what the amount is. As always, good to see you, homie. Sign comes with the Stain stage. Continuing to use the Grave Reaper, placing that the twins at the perfect spacing, and a couple bites out of Crime. Has to spin the burst at full screen, and Fubuki tries to turn up after that. I like the Wild Assault.
Nice tether. Oh, wait a minute, that was amazing. Actually teleported in place to retract the hurt box. It seemed to make it just make 4 hops whiff on the air to air.
Gets the open up, gets the answer. Fubuki's gonna put another one on the board and move a step closer to being able to close this one out.
We're wasting no time. We're going right back into it. You know, just at some point, you know, probably just brute forcing it and making things work.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice, the max range Kabari catching. Oh, okay, that was good.
Again, I like the 5K burst ends up coming through. And we get the throw strapped up. But the YRC saves us again. Max meter for Dark Elf, but we don't get a chance to spend it. Never felt like there was a good opportunity. Yeah, that's as good as an opportunity as ever. Coming through strong.
Nice, the 4-frame mash. It's too fast. And actually, you know, Fubuki left a little bit of a gap. Dark Elf Lover took that name, man. Never getting over it.
Boy. Tries to commit to it twice in a row. Finds the 2H. Okay, we're getting a lot of these high reward normals coming through. Finally finding the mark.
And Stay is applied. Good block on the Arbiter side. No, but we got clipped. That's so unfortunate. Look at the reward that Fubuki gets off of a stray projectile here. Grave Reaper putting in work, keeping 4 hops on the ground.
It's actually getting close to the end here. Max distance gets the poke, and you can't burst there. If you send Fubuki full screen there, the situation is just as bad as it was before. You still have to play that really awkward neutral full screen with Testament. That's never where you want to be.
Nice, reacted to the teleport with a bar slash. I like that, right? Even if Fubuki didn't teleport, no harm would be done.
Oh no, and this is going from bad to worse, looking like it actually might just be over, especially with the teleport. Once again, the Fubuki special just sends the TP and immediately mashes the normal. That was tight. Is that matchup suffering?
Well, I mean, Slayer can't dash. He can't dash block.
True. They wrong.
All right, but father versus son, Dany versus Domi. Oh man, all right. We know how this runs. They're both just gonna run their game. Sin wants to get in, and Kai wants to just play more of the mid range, right? While also enforcing strike, when we have shock state applied to us.
Yeah, as often as we can with the plus frames, and waits to see what we're gonna do. Domi is content to block there and earns the turn back. Good patience pays off there for Domi to take round 1.
Nice attempt at a whip punish there. And we get shock state applied, so you know, we got some nice routing because of it.
Oh, you can see he was waiting for the flip kick there. This time we do it a little bit delayed. Ends up winning out. And Dany with another great instant air dash actually punishes the beak driver.
Oh, but the burst comes out before the super is active, so we get a guaranteed burst point.
Oh, that's going to be RTL. It's going to take us definitely to the wall. Not quite enough to kill, though. It's a healthy boy.
Oh my, but the 6K is going to just smoke the attempt at a dire. Okay, you know, we're just DPing. Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that happened and it was pretty fast. But, you know, now we're equal in rounds.
I'll say, as we said, I mean, both these players, obviously, like, Kai can play a more tempered gameplay, but obviously Dany is not the type to lean on that style. As you can see, even with the dash underneath there, that punish on the DP was dummy optimal. Said I need to know Sin's workout routine. Honestly, just be born a gear. I feel like it's step 1.
You were just ahead of me. I was about to type in gear genes.
just be a genetic freak is step 1. Is step 1 to become just like Sin.
Just be an adult bodied toddler that can, I don't know, with the power of a nuke, man, or something.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Step 1.
Yeah, there's there's a lot to unpack there. The adult toddler that's just a monster, you know, the usual. Good air trade though. Better slide. We have not been able to really establish a fireball game at all here for Dany.
We're just playing some slow, well, relatively fast neutral, but a lot is happening, but nothing at the same time, and that's just a stressful spot for both to be in.
Oh, but unfortunately that does have a gap on the jump in there. Nice DP, speaking of gaps. Smart. No other options gonna kill. Just apply the shock state.
Shock state applied. Oh, try to go under a fireball attempt, maybe to reapply shock state, but nah, ends up working out anyways. We're gonna eat some. I think that was some chicken. Yeah.
We'll take those.
Yeah. Here's your soul.
Listen, we were talking about our steps plan. Step 2 to get this physique, chicken.
There you go. The fish.
Tyrant barrel for the follow through, a pixel of life left, and of course there's not much to be done there. A clean closeout.
Nice combo here. We're gonna spend Wild Assault and whip the 2P for the momentum. Okay, that was clean. Yeah, leaving us just over 50%. Spare attention. No, spare.
Boy, dashed up, tried to get a close slash there. Unfortunately got the far slash. That put us in a really awkward spot afterwards, but it's okay. Ah, maybe it's not. Nice DP.
It spent all of the stamina there. We had some tension, but we might, yeah, it's probably best to use it here on the post-wall break scenario. Maybe a wake-up RTL.
Ooh, that just rips the DP!
Oh my god, the super last hit right there on. Is it scaled enough? Okay, nope, never mind. We're just gonna spend the wild on something. Excess shatter damage always wins us the game. Gotta love it.
Oh, and I feel like a lot of that comes off the back of Dany went for the stun dipper and tries to get away with not having to spend the RC off of the respect. But unfortunately, again, with how Domi plays, you can't do like respect check things like that. Domi will press. That is like the winning play style for Domi. Domi presses and aggressive. If you give Domi the opportunity to be aggressive, they will. So you can't respect check like that.
Yep. It's just like right there, pressed, round start, forced Dany to spend the burst, but now Domi's back is to the corner and we're not looking. I don't really like this spot. Oh, that burst bait was so clean, and well, it's not gonna end well for Domi right now because now we got counter hits into a sacred edge, the wall break, slash.
And that round kind of preying on the opportunities for Domi there. Went for the 2P, takes a small step back. 5S actually finds the mark. We're going to see a lot more of Dany taking like one small step backwards and not even reassessing. Just taking a small step backwards to almost fake reassessing and then mashing on these amazing Kai buttons. And for the spacing traps when you can. Even here, you see the instant air dash back and immediately committed jump forward.
Oh, double air dash back twice over. I like to see something was different, but if it works, if it ain't broke, then don't fix it.
Okay, with a pixel of life left now. BRC backwards and delays. I love that. I love the dash forward too. A lot of other people see that amount of life and want to throw a fireball, but Dany knows Domi has been ridiculous at sliding underneath fireballs. So a slight delay into a low that at worst will probably trade with the slide in from Sin. That's a great call.
Yeah, you know, that's just layers that we're on now, right? That's probably why Domi was just backing up, you know, giving more space between Dany and Domi to react to the fireball, but opening up the toes.
Damn. Expose the legs immediately. Twice in a row, that's our opener?
Oh! Huge counter hits, and unfortunately, we're DPing back to back. You know what? I get it. Gazelle step into the throw really fast. Reaction check you have to be ready for.
6P stops you on your attempt to jump forward there. Not going to let things like that go for free.
Sacred Edge. Yet more than enough damage to end the round. Maybe would have got a wall break there as well, but Domi is making the most out of the stray hits that we just getting here. Nice counter hit. We're just gonna go right into the super. Give us a little bit more time to recharge our stamina. We are still growing after all.
Go back in there, harassment with close slashes though. Can't quite win it. It's the 6P, just barely clips the top of his head. If Pops was a little shorter, we might survive that round. But DomiWurld, good calculations.
Eating some grilled fish before we break the wall. Nice snack. It is needed here. We're spending everything. All of our bursts to guarantee this wall break. Now we want the hard knockdown after the super. Maybe just trying to get our resources back, get detention on both sides at least.
Oh, the jump back with the H. Oh no, but the routing doesn't quite go his way. But it's okay. Everything kind of drops for both players here, and Dany's gonna be the one to take a bigger advantage.
Domi does have a full stick of butter, but we're just spending it all in an attempt to maybe bait out a throw, but the throw gets... Oh, bait my throw? No, I'm baiting yours, just like that. Dany takes it over. But I guess we're just going for a gung-ho. We're just going to punch our way through all these fireballs and maybe just kill.
Listen, there's no problem that Vampire Fist can't fix. This guy can punch his way through anything, so I definitely respect this. We'll see if Razzo, we'll see if she's got the stuff for it here. Try to go for the 2H. That was good spacing on the 2H, but Fubuki obviously already had that Grave Reaper on the way out.
Oh, okay, we're bursting on the YRCE immediately. I like that. You know, just going for the momentum burst. We have 50 tension, so we can get a hard knockdown here.
Stain State applied one more time. Goes for the dash backwards there and actually tried to set things up well, but because of the PRC, we're able to completely close the distance. That is a great way to set that one up.
Oh. Yeah, that Mapple Hunch did not have a ton of recovery, but every hit is going to lead into a potential wall break, or at least 30% of the health bar missing. And yeah, just like that, you can react to Arbiter side, especially if you're full screen and your eye is just on Testament.
I love that burst too. Recognizing the situation was going to get a little messy here. But 2K2D and Razzo. No way to prevent that from getting messy. Game 1 already in the books.
No, that was something I definitely forgot to take into account, right? Super Mappa Hunch isn't invincible on startup anymore, but in the later frames, I believe it's like frame 8 or something. And it's it being so fast, it makes it really cool anti-zoning tool.
That definitely can blow up some of those situations if you're not careful, especially if you commit to something. Arbiter sign specifically, because even if you can't have like a late projectile in front of you while also committing to the Arbiter sign a lot of times. So that is a blow up waiting to happen for sure, which is what we saw there. Tried to look for the jump over there. 2H actually does find the mark.
Oh, the super PRC and the back throw. Now we don't have. Yeah, we don't have BSU apply to us anymore. That's such a momentum loss for Razzo. It's so unfortunate.
Oi, just sends the jump in. Actually didn't combo. 2Ps end up working out. Yes, and activated the Stain State and just commits to the teleport afterwards. Oh. But unfortunately, the chest bump.
There's that momentum burst that we used to get it. Unfortunately, the command grab with the backdash. You're so brave for that. That was 100 tension on Razzo's end, but no fear in Fubuki's heart.
Yeah, the OTG securing the kill off of the moment, 1-1. It's been very back and forth, and the games are getting over in a hurry. It is crazy to watch, especially with Testament on here, to just see both characters exploding, bro. But another potential opportunity here again with Game 3 starting. 99 seconds, Razzo, just end it, to be honest. Yeah, 2H, I like it. Honestly, it didn't work, but I would do it again, to be honest.
Nice. The biggest of JHs. That fist is so massive.
Fireball definitely good. Can activate the Stain State here, but unfortunately gets knocked down the close slash OTG. Makes things a bit rough. Oh, and we blocked the burst! How can you be so ready for that?
Nice. Oh my god. Good read on that. A good pickup on Razzo here, actually. Going. Oh. Well, there's no question about it, right?
Yeah, you know, sometimes I like to give him a sweat, but not. There's. Yeah. No, you're super dead. You're so dead there.
Nice reaction.
Yeah, that's so important. You have to throw those early. You cannot let that get established. If that becomes a normal part of the rotation, things get a little ugly.
Good blocks. Oh my gosh, this is so scary. Razzo is just forcing RPS upon Fubuki, not giving them a chance to even play the game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been back and forth in the games, and it's definitely been a lot of that. It's been a lot of Razzo trying to impose their will, and Fubuki either makes the right call and kills Razzo super fast, or is incorrect and is immediately atomized the first time they're hit by a map punch. So, you know, again, that's kind of how the matchups go with Slayer, right?
Yeah, you know, oh man, it was crazy because I was thinking about this from the other angle. Oh man, Fubuki is the space control is just amazing, right? How does Razzo even get in on Slayer? That character doesn't have a dash. Silly me.
We do have a dash, and it has a hitbox. I said I'm on my way. Nice tech. Through with the double dash. Maybe Fubuki thought that was gonna be a cross up there because it was close slash connects, and again it comes through, but we've already teleported. Nothing personal.
That. Okay, yeah, the super PRCs are coming in clutch for Fubuki here. We've seen it work out last game, and it's worked out this last round. It's a really nice course correction to have. Good block on the cross up here, but a backdash was active long enough to actually let the Succubi whiff.
And then checks the legs, and once again, I mean, just showing off the matchup again. If map punch hits and you are atomized, or it doesn't, and Fubuki gets the punishes, 2-2, and I feel like we've had sets today where these 4 games have taken the same amount of time as like 3 rounds in other games. This is actually ridiculous how fast we're getting through this one.
No, I like, oh man, it just, the layers upon here is what I like, is what I really like, right? We have Stain State, we're not going to immediately try to pop it. Fubuki just air dash back there, mid-screen, anticipating the Nappa hunch.
Throwing the gold versus block, and we get connected on in the corner here, so standing reset, 2H!
Oh, no, this is going to hurt!
You're dead? Are you dead? I think you're dead!
No way.
Okay, you get one more chance.
So close. Nah, you know, everybody, it happens once per set at least.
Oh no, and just like that, it's set point. Fubuki gets the jump back and gets the connection, gets the burst out as well, and manages to escape the corner.
Oh no, this is so bad. Now we're gonna loop. What side is it gonna be?
Uh-oh.
Oh, with the full screen wall break, we have burst, we have tension, we have some options available, but it's not gonna matter. The big punch. What? It doesn't matter.
On your list, obviously support your local one, but come out to Florida, man. It's good, I promise. It's gonna be the Chip. We're gonna switch it up. Doesn't even want to play the matchup here. Walter is gonna try and use the ninja to get out of this one.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked, but it makes sense when you think about it, right? Chip is a really fast, speedy ninja and happy chaos. If you can close the distance, well, what the? If you can close the distance, it'll only spell good things for you. Just like this, right? Tightrope available. Any straight hit could be a big combo.
Wow, we are just winning footsies consistently here. Unfortunately drops the combo, but off the throw, it's not gonna matter. And yeah, I assume that part of the reason why we're switching here is not only because Chip, I feel like, does okay against Happy Chaos, but also, in my mind, it feels like Millia probably does really bad. Like, it seems like Happy Chaos just has, like, all the tools to be able to just completely destroy her on offense, as well as being able to take aim if Curse is applied, and to be able to shoot her out of her movement. That feels like suffering.
Yeah. I completely agree, but this also, this is just it's gonna suck for Jack to be in, right? We're already down a route. Walter is just not stopping. We have no bullets. The animals are leaving. The bad things are happening right now for Jack.
Oh, the burst. Ooh, try to slide in with the Rekka right away. Looks for the JP though instead of the throw. I like that, recognizing the situation, but it's not gonna matter how good your situational awareness is, and when you unfortunately get sucker punched into the super.
Taking aim and finds a gap to leave the curse mark on Walter, and it's just take him to the corner. Yeah, no reloading needed as TestYourLuck does it for us. Get a lot of reward off this one.
He rolls on through. Aggressive option here. Tries to look for the 5K. Ends up going for the PRC. 2K into the throw. It takes the kill. Very nice. Damn, game one going in the favor of Jack. You love to see it.
Game one did go to Jack, but like Walter had a pretty good and convincing lead there for the end, right? Like, or towards the middle of it, the beginning, middle. It's just
no. I definitely agree with you. I feel like he had a really good showing and definitely, clearly knows the matchup well.
Mm-hmm. Level, what was that? 2,000 levels online. I mean, you gotta be playing at least a little bit for that.
Things can get a little messy in these moments, though. Yep, has to spend the burst at that point off the punish. Both bursts off the table now, but you gotta favor. Oh, I was gonna say maybe favor Walter in this moment, but no, Jack with the punish.
YRC, we don't want to deal with this, but unfortunately Jack is in positive. Wait a minute, running on the tightrope goes over the curse. Oh, that is an important part that Jack needs to look out for. Maybe we have to throw curse into immediately to game.
Oh, see, that time actually does it, but you know, Walter had already committed to going off the rope there, so bounces straight back into it, and that's going to lead to a grounded throw from Jack to be able to close out the game, or close out the round rather, and getting a little bit closer to closing out this game.
Apply the curse before breaking it can make this super hard for Walter. Routing is so good. The BRC slowdown just allowing a chance to pick up after the close happens.
Oh, DP Beta Blade finally does come through. Gotta be careful about how you go on the rope, though. As you can see, he tries to cancel, but the JK to meet him in the air. Dude, the jump forward JK to stop Walter if he tried to cancel off of the rope was so sick there. And we had the meter, so if you go for the JK and Walter doesn't cancel it, you have time to RC to get out of the way of the Alpha Blade. I think everything was covered there.
I think so, right? I mean, especially in the heat of the moment like that, you can't really think of like alternatives, right? It's just like, this is what happened, what are my options? And I think that that option just covered everything immediately that you could possibly do.
Dude, that was disgusting.
Yeah.
2 games in favor of Jack and immediately finds the hit at the start of game 3.
Just walking back, barely enough concentration for a gunshot, but we got about half of it back now. Nice tightrope on the screen. No resources, no bullets for Happy Chaos for Jack. And the offense is noticeably worse.
2D went for cross up. Nice just block. Plenty of time here. Oh, and I like that. Stuck out the 5K just to see if we could check a dash, and then tries to decline, tries to jump away. But that's not going to matter with Walter not letting up the pressure.
This is really good. And Jack only has one bullet in the chamber, and Walter is just so relentless in the offense, not giving Jack a single opportunity to fight back to either reload or get a hit to get more bullets. That was amazing play.
Back in the breach, takes the shots to close the distance. Only one bullet left, no bullets remaining here, but Happy Chaos has the normals to be able to fight this out.
Yeah, that DP was huge, giving Walter all the space that he needed. We're letting it rock again.
Oh, and just jump straight in. That is a little over aggressive compared to what we normally see from Jack there. He's going to get a pretty decent punish off of this as Walter, but look at the meter for Jack.
Oh, the 6P, so massive. Look at the routing here. We're going to see 6x the Louisville Slugger into the Deus Ex Machina. For sure going to be enough to kill. No question about it.
And around a piece here, but these things is not like the other. Jack on set point, went for the run through. He's able to block the cross up there and take back control here in the corner, but the 2K stagger finds the mark.
Once again, finding ourselves in a situation just like before. Almost had enough for burst. We have some 50-10, so maybe want to do. Nah, I tried to egg him on, didn't take the bait.
Reversal timing. Goes for the wild assault, actually stalled a little bit there, but it's not gonna matter. With a clean hit like that, curse is applied. Even if this doesn't kill, Walter is in such a cooked position now. It's gonna have to use this meter so aggressively, but it's not gonna get the chance. Jack just runs up on him for the throw and is able to take the victory 3-0. Even if it doesn't fit Dany's playstyle necessarily, Dany's crafted his playstyle to it pretty well. But it is the Leo Whitefang on the other side, so this is going to be losers semifinals. That's going to be Dany right away finding a knockdown here and trying to get aggressive.
And you know, Razzo opting for the Leo pick, probably against a character like Kai, you probably want a more stable character, more consistent character, and Leo is definitely that.
Yeah, might just be the character that we have the most experience with too. Who knows? There's a lot to unpack for it. On through though, gets a heavy fireball and is able to secure the pickup with the DP because of that shock state. That's gonna be a wall break here for positive bonus.
But Dany just being so patient, not actually being too aggressive with the offense, trying to see and react to what Razzo is going to do post wall break pressure and find an opportunity to break the wall herself is exactly what she's going to do, I think.
Oh yeah, the PRC backwards, extremely smart. 2B in the 5S though. Oh, Kai Kiske, ladies and gentlemen, sends it immediately straight away. The Sun Dipper went for the first one, went unpunished, and said, if it's not going to get punished, I'm going to do it again.
Why not, right? Yeah, forcing a burst out right there. I kind of agree with it. You want to play neutral with Kai. You want to play neutral with Leia.
RTL after the 2H, you love to see it. Does get us the full wall carry, as it does. Oh god, the overhead finds the mark. What's up with the super? I think that's gonna hit, and it does!
What? Oh, and we get the pickup. The tumble was too much. Yo, that... Oh man, I love combos that look like they shouldn't work, but they do, and that one definitely looked like it should not have worked.
Definitely one of the fun things about RTL is that if you have that PRC, you can just chase them down as they just like cartoon roll down the hill. So, oh, dude, that's the first game out of the way, though. Dany looking strong on the momentum right now.
Oh man, okay. Seeing a little bit of a pause here, maybe. Okay, we're running it back with the Leo. I figured that pause might have been a potential swap to the Slayer. See how that works out, but we're gonna give it another shot.
Sometimes we just be changing costumes. Sometimes we just be looking at Twitter. Who knows, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a serial phone checker in between games, so I understand. It always takes me forever to keep that up. Double Wild Assault spends all of it straight away. Dany just gets the jump over, but the DP sends us back into the corner now.
Oh, the safe jab to bait the DP Kais is one of the slower ones in the game, so that safe jab was a really good choice there. You know what? It wins Razzo the round too.
Fireball just show shock state. You do block it with the guard point stance, obviously, but the shock state's what we're looking for. We're chucking these S fireballs, but with the back turn, no, we DP it.
That's RTL to guarantee the wall break here. Positive bonus, same as before. And that's a backdash against Kai. You don't want to be caught by that system. That is tough.
Yeah, things are not looking good here. Dashed up with the 5K, chucks the fireball one more time. Razzo now back in the corner, finding some charge. Love the fireball, but the PRC backwards. Maybe was looking for a flash kick there because I did see we were crouching. But that's one of the dangers of playing a character that your anti-air is a flash kick, is finding charge can be difficult sometimes in those really high-paced situations if you've been trying to move forwards.
Wall break, good bit of damage here for Razzo. Currently, it's like ahead in the resource war, but it's just not gonna matter. We got a sacred edge for Razzo over here. With the momentum burst that we know and maybe love.
The backdash BRC, that was so sick.
Any one touch might do it, and Dany's not even gonna wait for to use the burst on the hit, gonna use an all block, pushing Razzo to the corner. Look at the reward that we have here. Now you're, but was it worth? Now you're playing neutral against Leo Whitefang. Making something out of nothing. Razzo was just throwing fireballs. The 5P to catch the landing. Oh, okay, Razzo tying it up like that. Crazy. It's those moments right there. It's just the hesitation and neutral, trying to read what your opponent is going to do and act accordingly. That's the stuff I love about fighting games.
Yeah, the BRC for the slowdown, just for the look. I like this, you know, being able to control the situation as much as you can. And as you said, just get as good of a read as possible before you commit to something crazy, especially in that last hit situation, because going down if you end up losing that out, going down 2-0, you might have just dug too deep of a hole here. Because again, against a volatile player like Dany, 2 rounds can just go to the wayside really quickly. We're back to what this is what was winning a lot in the earlier sets for Razzo, is that 5K harassment and just being able to space around, you know, being able to try and get as good of a situation on 5K as possible.
Huge counter hit. Yeah, we're not even going to give Razzo an opportunity to burst, right? Dany just feeling that it's more necessary to just break the wall. Nice block on the tap dust there. Shock state applied. This is scary. Oh, walking back out of the. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Dany just doing a really good job of constantly reapplying shock state. It doesn't last that long, so you gotta make the most of it when it's there. What in the run up a back throw? Dany, you're so brave.
Just blocking the jump forward there, and is able to use the Wild Assault to get a better confirm. Again, scaled pretty heavy because of it, but Well worth it for the advantages it brings. Hell yeah. Okay.
A scaled combo? What?
I was extremely worried about the health of our hero on that one. Razzo, though, again, the violence continues. Even with these blocks, is able to find the punish. A missed space throw from Dany comes up Razzo's way. Now, even between the two, a must-win round across the board for both players.
Nice Sacred Edge, extra damage because of the shock state. Back-to-back wall breaks, that's what it's all about. And the Stun Dipper RC, that's what that's all about.
On past, heavy fireball, sets it up one more time, backdash BRC, the JP works out, and we paint the DP. So we're gonna take all that damage immediately, and now both players with burst. This is about to be a very volatile 3 seconds.
The JH hits deep enough to the 6 feet, doesn't actually connect. We're gonna BRC or fireball attempted to DP, the flip kick, we're bursting back! So much is happening!
Double backdash though is gonna lead into the fireballs. Our JPs don't find the mark, but Dany blinks. Razzo gets the 2P and finds the hit.
Oh my gosh, so much happened in such a short amount of time, dude.
Dude, I mean, just looking at the resources they both had going into that ending situation and knowing the playstyles of the two players, you already knew that was about to be fireworks. Like, it was about to be crazy.
And you know, on Dany's and how locked in you had to be to react and burst there, because I think the second hit of that DP was probably killing.
Yeah, I think so. Fireball come through, flips it down past, heavy fireball one more time. Dude, standing P and blocks the DP. Razzo has such a good nose for this one. We're snipping out all these reversals right now. She's going crazy on these moments.
Oh, and off of a throw, it's still gonna be more than enough damage thanks to the super. Yo, Razzo right here on set point, just one more round.
Professional backdash, 2S finds the mark. Razzo, oh, counter poke from Dany. This is a bit awkward here, a little bit behind the meter economy right now. Dany has an RC to burn at some point, but is just gonna get counter punched out of it. And the double fireball to break the heavy fireball from Dany, but the backdash is good.
Yeah, we have extra tension to spend, and we have shock seed applied. It's gonna do way more damage than it normally would. Hard knockdown, you know what that means? We get a safe jab. Yeah, no question about it. Dany showing signs of life, not going down without a fight.
Might be another game 5 on the horizon, especially with a 5S like that. But Razzo again, genius 5P and gets the confirm.
Nice IB, allowing for a guaranteed punish. This super takes you so far. We get the wall break.
Oh, it scoots on in. PRC. 6P actually did come out, but we already had side swap. Razzo burst is spent. Oh, and no, and Dany spends the burst and unfortunately gets put on a poster. Oh, dude. It's one of those moments where it's hard to fault the player for spending their burst because I feel like you've got to make them prove it. Even, I feel like a bad one, the fly versus the rocket-powered fly swatter in the flash kick.
That is a really funny way to kick a rocket-powered fly swatter. Oh, man.
Hey, shouts to Pac-Man coming through with a $5 contribution to that Matcherino. Thank you very much. Matcherino's still open, by the way, gamers. If anybody, if you are interested and you have the means and you want to help put more money in the players' pockets, exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. Get that lined up for it. Already start off pretty strong here. Command movement goes on in, spends the burst. He's cycling into that guard point stance a little bit in neutral. I definitely like the idea.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good idea if Walter wants to hang in the air, but you can't clip Leo hitting low.
Oh my god. Subtle foreshadowing, a near-death experience on the TP. But Walter, not looking too shook by it, is able to get the connection, take the kill, and secure round 1.
Yeah, ending it off with a disc super. Oh man, there was no chance of it. Oh!
Artemis hits today. I learned. I don't think I've seen that.
You know, I thought that move was all blue. I was wrong.
Damn, but a short combo is all we need. 4 hits for half your life. Goes for the run through here. And applies just the right amount of pressure off the RC. Definitely enough to kill here. No? Okay. I thought the DP was gonna get the wall stick. That was my bad.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna go for a normal combo and get a wall stick, but hey, we were both wrong. Nice 2S counter hit, forcing a burst out of Walter. Now you see Razzo is playing more to Walter's speed, it seems, right? Walter is kind of commanding the ground with the run up 2Ks. Oh, never mind, we got clipped out. Guard point is amazing.
Oh, Capel manages to escape. Unfortunately puts himself back in the corner, but JS still finds the mark. It's good enough. So often that's going to be the mix-up here. It's just throwing the heavy disc and just being like, I think you're going to do it. I think it's finally time.
Oh no, HDP, you know what that means? You're going to be in the vortex here while the Salsa convert off of any hit. On the overhead, we weren't ready for it, but even if you lived, we had some combo left to spare. Razzo, yo, that was just like non-stop. This was a fast match.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it's going to go. Really, when you look down the barrel, the rest of our matches, from top 4 on, it was only to be expected that people were going to die quickly and in just heinous ways. It's just from the character spread and who's all here. But that's game 1 again in favor of Razzo. The Pokemon TCG sale, what a name. I love people's in-game names. People just be doing whatever.
Mankind knew that they can. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice 2P into the S just to reset to neutral. Razzo making the most of it and just going for the run-throughs, trying to offer a burst bait, but it eventually comes out.
Oh, comes the heavy fireball, and once again, yeah, that's that situation I was talking about. Throwing that fireball sometimes can just give you an opportunity to have a look as Millia tries to escape the corner here. Unfortunately, now Millia is the one taking the look. It's the 5K beats the super.
Oh, nice Artemis wall bounce. Gonna leave some extra damage. Even the spare Artemis and the wall break is going to leave Razzo with just enough HP for a potential comeback. Never mind the JH.
Yeah, off the top rope from deep outside. Nice whip punish though. The 5K once again. That's the money button for Razzo. Continues to be the thing putting in the most work, but this time it's going to be the pillar into the super. Cuts it very short for the damage.
Oh no, that's just plus flames on plus frames. It's so hard to deal with. You have to make a move.
Ooh, okay. Plus 5P. Definitely like it. Gets the wall stick, uses the pillar to break the wall. Walter, third of your life off the table already.
Oh, the YRC clashed. Okay, yeah, that was nice. You know, baiting, off the disc set of baiting the YRC. Look at the reward. The wall is broken.
Backdashes though, recognizing there wasn't going to be too much of a threat from that moment, just sends the hair car. Walter. Oh my god, tries to bait the burst though. He's trying a little too hard to try and get this burst out. That's what we were talking about before.
Oh, burst the second hit of the close slash. Nice air to wear. The DP. Oh, we're just holding the guard point as long as Walter is in the air, and being in the air allows him to air dash over the fireball. Like what? Like what?
Disgusting ending sequence that goes Walter's way. 1-1. Both players playing on 10 right now. This is so sick.
Oh man. Yeah, I kind of liked what happened towards the end of it, as we saw like Razzo was holding the guard point and then tried releasing it in anticipation of the landing, but got compelled. That following time, nah, we're just gonna hold it. You're in the air.
So yeah, you
release it after you use it up.
6K ends up going in. Back turn stance and just mashes on the edge. Dude, I love it. Get aggressive, move on forward, just swing again and again.
That was so much help taken away from Monster in just a short amount of time. The chase. Oh. Yeah, built the meter. Just spend it. Let's go for a kill.
Yeah, RC into the aggressive choice. Definitely a good call. Back going that was some circus nonsense to get back to the same side. Ends up not working out though, and off of the pillar here, Millia is gonna have to block. The wrist gauge gets cranked a bit, and Walter is, I don't know if it was a missed block or we just tried too hard to get out of there, but Razzo finds the hit either way.
Ooh, going for a close slash anti-air, maybe a jump in attempt. Yeah, Walter forced to burst there. You were definitely going to die if you hadn't. Nice job grabbing the run through. We still have some space in the corner, but nope, we're just gonna keep it same side. Keep it simple. Artemis for more damage. Break the wall. We have some tension coming back to us.
Wakes up at the overdrive. YRC! The jump away, gets thrown out of the jump attempt, was trying to get to a point where we could use some of that movement, but Razzo says back down to earth with you.
I love how every set of Razzo we've seen, it's just like, you know, Leo gameplay, and then eventually it evolves to, where are you jumping? I'm going to air grab you, and it just works. It's happened every time.
Yeah, consistently. I mean, a lot of that's kind of the thing, right? You can't stay on the ground and fight this character in a fair fight on the ground. It's not a fair fight for you, as much as you want to call it that. So, gotta use that movement. That's the Millia classic. This character needs to be airborne and needs to be moving quick to be able to get anything done. You can't really brute force a lot of things with her until you have your knockdown. Then, obviously, do what you will.
Nice, unfortunately, does not get a combo. We do. Oh, spend our meter for an attempt at a combo to break the wall. Nice tech on the throw.
Pressure the lows, actually come through, was starting to threaten the overhead, but the burst comes out.
Oh, just moving out of the way. Doesn't want to get clipped. That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah. And unfortunately, on errors like that, it is very likely going to be all of your health when you're facing off against Leo as Millia. So set point comes up here for Razzo.
Nice hit on the low. Unfortunately, we do not get mixed. We do not get opened up. Another attempt at it though. Nice, that JD with the overhead, super sneaky.
Dude, disc after disc finding the mark. Should be able to get through with the overdrive. Absolutely, it's enough. That's not quite enough to get out of the game. Still in a dire situation. Life or death for Walter one more time.
Ooh, Burst putting Walter in the corner. We're holding these 6H resets. Very scary to be in close. Slash hit so high. Did you see that?
And just like that, off of this hard knockdown, Walter, for your tournament life.
70%. Alright, we're just setting up for more Discoki. What can go wrong? We have to do what we can. Walter is just trying to do anything in his power to maybe gain some momentum, albeit but whether it means breaking the wall or keeping the corner.
BRC forward into the DP, taps the dust afterwards. What a sequence! Oh my god, dude!
Oh. I'm sorry if I looked confused, because I was. That was.
It goes where it takes us, how long it ends up going for, but for now, it is going to be once again. We're taking on the responsibility. We're putting the coat on. Leo Whitefang is going to be our choice to try and get through Jack here in grand finals.
We're already starting it off strong, right? Forcing Jack to use the burst, opening him up with the overheads repeatedly. We're not going for a wall break. We're going for looping like mix.
Took a shot for the last little OTG just to make sure that we were able to get there in time and have frame advantage. DP jumps the throw and BRC's down.
That's a 2K low profile. The 5P attempt from Razzo. So unfortunate. Look at what happens here. A Louisville slugger into the Deus Ex to mock it up. Look at the reward. Wall break, hard knockdown, positive bonus, refilled bullets. What more could you want here?
Oh, maybe a little bit of breathing room might be nice here. Happy Chaos, oh, still kind of getting smothered here, but ends up finding the hit. That YRC was a scary situation, but still not quite out of there yet. Except the tap dust solves it all.
That was such a scary situation. It's such an unfortunate missed opportunity to punish by Razzo.
X cuts through, slicing through the health bar, again getting the reload, looping the positive bonus here, runs up and pulls the gat, but the DP comes through and finds the mark.
Nice, just keeping stagger pressure relatively tight. Nice, 5P counter doesn't get the most off it. We're gonna spend our meter to get the most off of that.
Oh, trades on the overhead. BRC slowdown just throws him out of it. You think you can scare Razzo on a slowdown on a BRC? Absolutely not. You're getting chucked through the wall.
Nice combo into the super. Really good situation for her. Just trying to build back these resources and getting the frame advantage once it makes, if she chose to.
Like the burst. Creating an awkward timing. Look for the 6P, 5K, and again with the super. No! Jack all of a sudden has one more chance, but Razzo with a smooth movement finds the throw of her own and is able to get that first game. It's a long first game, bro. At least it felt like it.
Oh yeah, and you know, Razzle's got to win more than 3. She's got to win 6, 5 now. She's got a long road ahead of her, and you know, every TNS this happens. Maybe this happens. Someone beats Jack and losers, and then like evil, like Shin Jack just awakens at that point on the reset.
I think that's just one of the hardest things, is especially against a player who, first of all, plays Happy Chaos. Second of all, has the type of playstyle that Jack has. It is frustrating in long sets. Not to say that it's necessarily like unbeatable, but it is an annoying type of gameplay to have to deal with for a long period of time. Someone who is so good at getting out of defensive situations and turning it into offense, and again plays a character that controls neutral so well. The curse is applied, the shots connect. You're gonna have to loop that same pressure again. Razzo is getting subjected to it.
I was pretty confident that was going to kill with all the Guts Crush. The YRC to dodge a bullet, but it doesn't matter because Jack threw a curse ball instead. I understand the idea, but unfortunately did not work out.
Below, dash cancel off to the 5K. Couple bullets back in the chamber. Positive bonus locked up. Yeah, that's GG's. You just have to pick something there. No way to react.
The roll. He hit the roll after YRC, a classic. It's pretty hard to react to.
Sneaks in again with a good movement. Hit with the S. Now, one more opportunity here. Unstance into the throw again. Couldn't get the OTG though, it was too far. No, a heartbreaker.
No meter spent on the Roman cancel, no OTG, just, that's so unfortunate for Razzo. Oh my gosh.
I thought for sure she was going to be able to get the close out there, but unfortunately had to get back into stand-up neutral, and Jack finds the touch and clutches it.
That's most unfortunate, but we do have more games to play with, right? You still have it, extra two, at least 2 extra games. At most 4.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Knockdown came out quick. First comes through even quicker for Jack with 2D. Finding the mark. Unfortunately, on the other side, the 2D also finds the mark.
Nice wall break with the super hard knockdown. Jack does have all the meter in the wall, but oh my god, unfortunately, Razzo did not gain enough tension. Roman cancels that overhead.
Ooh, BRC's down, trying to go for the tricky stuff. Wasn't quite close enough, but still establishes the knockdown. And Razzo off the BRC slow is able to get a whiff punish there, using that meter so effectively.
The IB there, let her to get grabbed. It's crazy. No blocks on the overhead. We're gonna refill our concentration of just a little bit. Deus Ex Machina just to get the hard knockdown.
Oh, everything's starting to come up Razzo once again. Here comes the overdrive. All down to this now. Left-right mix-up coming up. Still has a YRC. Just going to be on the same side. Keeps it simple. Exposes the legs. Razzo is 1 away from a reset right now.
Okay, Razzo, we have some really strong momentum. Let's just keep it going. You have Jack on the back foot. Like,
can you keep that same momentum, that same energy going, though? Scary situation as game 4 is looming. Jack might be able to take this to a game 5 here. Could potentially go the distance. Obviously, as we know, Razzo is never out of these things. A world-class player. Obviously made a huge mark at the Arc World Tour. Now getting the burst out of Jack as well. Full resources spent for both, but Jack gets the better in the end.
one drop combo, no biggie, but Razzo's gonna take advantage and just. No, we're gonna keep the corner here. Force out the YRC. Backdashes the throw, and we're gonna get a really high damage combo here. We have 50 tension. We can play neutral. We're gonna see fireball PRC. Blue RC.
I love how aggressive we try to take it again. That's another one of those situations. Razzo's intentionally trying not to break the wall unless it's a hard knockdown because you don't want to go back to stand up with Happy Chaos. Yeah, 5K and a 2P, definitely love it. Looks for the cross up here, but the just block secures the throw.
2D! Oh, clipping the toes from such a really far distance.
Okay. Love the burst. Gets in the back turn here. Good burst point from Jack as well. Both players playing the defensive situation's amazing, but a 2P anti-air to be able to get the full shots out. Still alive though.
With the gunshot right there, just the cash of the running up attempt, or maybe that was a special move. Run through something. Jack. Yeah, Jack holding up, getting hit by all of these frame traps here. Super, it's gonna do massive damage. We have some risk built up. Look at the health, or look at the lack of the health.
Gonna have to throw. This is it. The flex shield comes through. Oh, and we finally do find the run through. A perfect from Razzo, and that is going to secure a reset. So a second set ball can get completely out of control. Like when playing on 10, who is really going to be able to stop this Leo?
Oh, the Rana back turn S, huge counter hits.
Chat said the router unplugged to stop the momentum. Listen, it didn't work so far. Tell Razzo's still looking very good here. Even with Jack on the offense, it's looking even-ish now, but a great block on the first layer. Unfortunately, layer 2 is a little too nasty.
I love HT because, like, what was that? That was really Looney Tunes, and I love it.
Yeah, this character's goofy as hell.
We're just pressing some buttons. Oh, we have Curse. No fear, we went for the air grab, even though we had Curse on us. Razzo, she is so brave for that.
Rear clutch Curse one more time. Might see a Wild Assault if we see some kind of aggression here. YRC, it tries to go for the throw. Unfortunately, gets thrown for their own trouble.
He's so scary, crazy mash attempt. Though Razzo believes he gets the throw. Wait a minute.
In any other space, I think that burst might have been a little too optimistic, but because you have them cornered and they're at a percentage where the throw will kill, I think that's a great call from Razzo. Way to stay aggressive, stay on the offense. Again, be the one asking questions.
Oh, huge counter hits. Unfortunately, we got to trade, so we didn't get much off of it. We saw the jump there. We know the burst bait attempt was coming, but didn't believe.
Sex lean back into it. 50 meter on the table for both players now, but Jack, advantage, goes aggressive instead of just trying to apply the curse, and does end up getting the burst out of Razzo for it though.
Yeah, how many close slashes do you want to block before it's enough? Jack says 4 and finds an opportunity to take the round. Now we're even. Nice whiff punish by 5K. Such a good one.
Legs afterwards though. Curse applying, breaks the wall. It just keeps happening, man. Situation comes up again as we run forward. Doesn't go for the roll though. He's gonna go for the super focus. The bullets. Stay on him.
We have tension available, maybe a YRC, no, or maybe we're just gonna trade, maybe get a stray hit. That clash was crazy, but Jack was ready for it to reload, and look at that! We gotta reload, we gotta hit! Now, Razzo! Couldn't even tell she was winning before.
Was ready for the block on the low that time, but unfortunately the burst gets eaten up by the RC forward. Jack is going to be the first one on the board here, at least in the reset.
Hey, you know, even though Jack is up 1-0 right now, that was a very close set, right? Jack had to make some really fast and like adjustments in order to actually win there.
We'll see if those adjustments can keep coming through. As again, Razzo, I mean, no stranger to being down in moments like this. See, already managed to make that full comeback from the reset here, but Jack, another player whose momentum can really build in a crazy way. That's a third of your life gone for Razzo here, and now again for positive bonus on Happy Chaos.
Nice, forcing a burst out of Jack once again. Counter hit, gunshot? We had no bullets, unfortunately, so we couldn't continue our combo.
Oh, sees the parry and just waits as well. Had plenty of time after taking aim.
Nice, YRC doesn't want to block too much because a roll gunshot could just be enough. Goes for a whip punish attempt. It was so close.
IBFD's the first hit of that mix-up, though, to get to push away. Kind of negates some of it here, and with the focus out, Razzo using that advantage to try and get aggressive here.
No, so close. Unfortunately, I think Razzo saw that the combo wasn't going to kill, so it wasn't worth going for the wall break to her detriment.
I love the idea of going for the reset there, trying to sneak that in. Does get the run through this time. I like that we're still going for the run through, even though it's getting punished sometimes. Stay active with it, and gets the punish. First, not welcome here.
Juicy counter hits off the 2S here. Love that. I think Jack maybe just wanted to hold forward, maybe not give Razzo the resource advantage, seeing as he has another round to play with.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, headbutt come through once again. Still finding good pressure here, even at the guard point. And yeah, absolutely turns it around there. And as soon as you're in a situation where you can't block, that's a curse applied once again.
Oh, crazy hits. We get 50 tension on both ends. YRC available. Burst is almost back for Jack. And almost back for Razzo as well, but this super doesn't look like it's gonna kill. I'd be shocked if it was. So we have resources going into the next phase here of the round.
Oh, and that could be all it takes to get started here. Gets the whiff punish, forces the burst, but back to full screen. Blocks the gold burst.
Oh my gosh! 50 piece again!
Oh, and no row.
Razzo, you're crazy! OTG is going to kill! I thought it wouldn't! I'm at a loss for words. Razzo, you thinking fast on her feet just snatches that win from Jack. Oh my goodness.
That's a tale as old as time. You whiff a reversal, and you're like, okay, well, if they're going to punish me, I'm going to have to do something invincible to try and beat this. So what's my next best option? Maybe just do it again. The double flash kick. That's so sick.
Oh my gosh.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
1-1. Uses the run through just to close the distance. And a strong start to that one, but Jack with that quick little side swap. I love that route.
Going a little bit for a greedy burst bait there. Jack not biting though, doesn't have bullets, but takes an opportunity to reload right there after round start.
Oh, delayed burst. For the run up once again. Doesn't even go for cancel. Doesn't even want to spend the meter. Holds on to it. Now has 50 meter for the next situation, and that's gonna turn into an air throw, and the round is done.
Yeah, just like we mentioned before, the air throws are coming out now late into the set. Okay, Razzo. I like what I'm seeing.
say, looking like oops all overheads on a lot of these back turn situations. That's what's finding the hits. Start to back up, use one of those bullets. Oh, I mean, it took all of our ammo, but it was so well worth it. That was a lot of H button there for mash from Jack, just mashing it out, taking the shots to try and interrupt Leo.
Oh. Some catch up on our end, but it seemed to be fine on theirs. Razzo opting not to use the burst here, saving it for this next round.
Okay, got whip punish, 2S. Very good in the moment. And because of the guard point there, yeah, I was able to ignore some of that situation.
Nice air throw once again. No, we're gonna spend all the meter. Are we going to... Yeah, we might not be able to break the wall in time. We do have some tension coming up with the 2K2D frame trap with the meter behind it. Razzo is up 2-0 right now.
Having that extra meter behind to be able to get aggressive afterwards makes it to where Jack recognizes, I gotta get out of here. Like, there's no way I'm blocking 2K2D and whatever comes next. I have to make a move of some kind. Razzo is 2 rounds away. 2 rounds is all you need.
Duel 1.
Jack, though, obviously, listen, man, we're in Jack phase 2 right now. Every tough boss has a second life bar, you gotta remember. And blocks the burst!
You know, I think we might have misjudged. This might be phase 3. Going into immediate round start, burst fake, wall break with the super. Yo, it doesn't get better than this.
Oh, and spaces out on the 2D. I like the idea from Razzo, but Jack was just in the right place at the right time. Let's play to your luck. I like that. Damn. The delay because of the super.
Blew out us all, getting a few bullets back. But we have no concentration. Jack is just playing far back now, just playing a whip punish game, it looks like. That was cheap. I had no clue what side was it.
Oh, that was so unfortunate for Razzo, but it ends up working out. She picks up the pieces. Leo was moving so fast he didn't turn around after the dash through on the standing kick.
The momentum burst once again from Razzo. We've seen it before. Now the IP, so we can get guaranteed punish on the run through.
The throw, jump in. What's next? Do it again. Street Fighter 6. Do it again. I thought we were looking for the throw one more time. Taps the dust this time.
Yep, just gonna bait the DP. Razzo goes down fighting this round. Now we're on a game 5 reset here.
Jack lost 0 games until they ran into Razzo. Razzo has been the only person who's been able to draw blood here, and it's coming down to the absolute wire. 2 of the highest level players we have in North America, dude. We are so spoiled. I don't think people understand how spoiled we are that we get to watch this good of matches every single week. It is ridiculous.
Wow, the 5K crushing the 2S attempt. We're gonna break the wall. Yep, we're gonna use our C4 as well. Keep our momentum. Just try not to give Razzo any chance to fight back. We do have half our burst. We could see a deflect shield if she is so willing to choose that. Spend it that way.
Shot. Retakes the aim. I mean, this round might just be a wash here, especially with the amount of meter we have going into the next transition. This is really, really bad for Razzo. Might just chalk it up for the next one. Set point off the back of a perfect. Is Jack going to be TNS champion again? Looking like it here with a start like that. What a way to go!
Oh. Yep, forcing a burst out of Razzo. We have 100 tension. We have more. We have burst available. We have everything. The resource war is won at this point. And Jack, all he has to do is just get a hit, as we're seeing right now.
All down to this. Razzo back against the wall, has half a burst, 50 meter. That might be all it takes, but no, it's just a dash up low. Jack runs up with so much confidence and says, let me back-to-back this real quick. Jack takes it in the reset and is able to take the victory for TNS 3-2.